All right. Let's make it happen. What up, folks? About to do this thing. As you can see, guys, preparing for MLB The Show 18 with MLB The Show 17. Gameplay. Wait a few moments until some of you guys arrive, and then we will get it cracking. All right. So for you guys who will see this on the archive, on the rebound, welcome you guys to this particular stream or display of gameplay, whatever you want to call it, because it'll be in post when you guys see it. I normally don't stream on Sundays, but sometimes I'm able to do a pop-up stream, just hanging out. My wife is down in the man cave doing her thing, what she normally does from Sunday through Wednesday. And my son is down there with her. Relatively slow day for her, so got an opportunity to do some streaming. And we may run for about an hour or two, just depending on how long we feel like we want to stay on. But like I said, giving you guys an extra day of stream. And before we get started here, guys, let me just share the stream out. Make sure you guys do that as well, man. Do your boy a favor. Hit that like button. Don't forget to do that. And also share it. If you want somebody else to see it along with you, don't be scared. Share it out. And I see some of you guys are asking about Steelers stuff. What up, Derek Frazier? Let me say what's up to everybody who's here early. Wale421, what up? What up, David? You says, I really have my Google use my government all out here. Yeah, so I'll just say David. I won't put the whole government out there for those who will see this later. What's up, JJ? What up, Joe Flacco is elite? You know what? I like the John Bostic signing, man. I actually do. I like what he brings to the table, the potential that he may be able to provide. We'll go ahead and jump into the game. I see a few people in here now. I like what he provides. He's a skillful guy. He's not elite. He's not a superstar, but what we're gonna need to be done in our MAC linebacker position, I think Bostic has, we're going to keep quick counts off today. Do something a little different. I think he has the potential to help us out. We'll see. I think the Steelers will still definitely need to perhaps go after another free agent in that position, as well as, look in the draft. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. What about the Trey Boston signing? Did it happen? Or you're asking, should we do that? Because it might have happened and I haven't seen it. But yeah, I would like to get Trey Boston if he's affordable. We're going to need these guys, man. We're going to definitely need these guys. We need both positions. And like I said, I don't know if you can go into the draft assuming you're going to get your guy. But Bostic is the type of guy that the Steelers will go after. He's entering his 5th year, 26 years old. 97 total tackles last year. He did have an injury last year that ended his season a bit prematurely. But at the same time, there's a lot of guys in the NFL who've had injury. This guy's had a couple of them, and we'll see how it pans out. I don't think they paid him extremely high, so you got to take a chance. I just don't think we could wait until the draft to try to fill that spot. You got to have a veteran there to help out. And anything is going to be better than what Sean Spence brought to the table. I like Tyler Metakevich. Well, I like Metakevich, Dirty Red, as we all call him. I like him coming off the bench in the backup capacity. Same thing with LJ Fort. And already Vince Williams is another guy that, is he a real starter? So I think it's cool to get you a free agent veteran out there. I'm just letting it play out, guys, so I can see. You said you heard it happen. Wow. I haven't heard that. So if we actually signed Trey Boston, then I gotta throw the green thumb up there. Absolutely. If that actually happened, I'll take it. Take that with the quickness.
Tim Beckham. He will lead this one off today.
All right, so let's get it going, guys. Derek, I'll answer you in a minute, as well as Jordan. Give me a second, man. Well, let me look around real quick. Like he's still young. Yeah, an aggressive young defense. Yep. Hold on, Derek. I'll get you in a minute. Playing spring training right here, guys. I just started a new franchise, just for the fun of it. only going to play it about a week, you know, just to get prepared for MLB The Show 18 that's dropping. And just trying to, can't even talk, guys. Trying to get acclimated with, you know, franchise mode and really, you know, dive into it in depth. And then, you know, once 18 comes out, I'm definitely going to get the early weekend, you know, early pitch off, whatever they call it, pitch off weekend. I don't know what they're calling it. But I'm definitely going to do that. So I'll have a game on Friday. Of course, now I travel into my office. Most of you guys know that one day a week, Friday is my day now. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream like Thursday night after midnight. So you'll probably see me. I'll try to get a stream in that Friday night to show you guys MLB The Show 18. I'm pretty sure that, you know, there are a lot of other people out there that have content. You know, that night, I would expect, you know, like my guy M. Friss. Friss will probably have content. Good game, bro. You know, guys like that, QJB, Mighty Goat. You know, I'm sure these type of guys will have content out there if you guys want to see it. Nah, 18 is not in stores yet, man. It comes out on Friday, I think, if you reserve it. Derek Frazier says, when is EA Sports going to make the passing physics a better passing accuracy and ball placement come back in the Madden? I missed the cue back. I don't know, man. All of which I've actually talked about with these guys in office. You know, I would hope that we start to see something like that start to develop in terms of when. You know, I really can't answer that. I have no idea, man. But I really hope it is fairly soon. I really do. You know, I think they need to implement physics, you know, driving way more things than it does now. You know, physics, in my opinion, needs to drive the run game. You know, as far as accounting for everybody's step. You know what I'm saying? You know, the foot actually hitting the ground, things like that. Physics needs to dictate the outcome in the trenches. You know, of course, you still want to incorporate player ratings, but I think the game has got to get to a point, man, where leverage always matters. You know, physical mass. Like, for example, I gave an example on the Sim Standard podcast last week. You know, if you have a 300-pound guy versus a 200-pound guy, and say he gets a 300-pound guy 1 foot up off the ground, should be able to knock him over. That's real-world physics. You don't have to be the biggest person to, you know, have physics kick in. So all that type of stuff needs to matter in a football game. And hopefully, you know, Madden will get closer and closer to that. But we'll see. What up, DJ? You said everybody decided to stream today? Yeah, man, I got some free time, man, here on Sunday. Not at my in-laws' house today. And like I said, my wife is doing her thing down in the man cave. You know, she has a little part-time gig that she does, you know, where she answers questions via email and sometimes phone, et cetera. So she does that down in the basement where the modem is, because she has to be hardwired. So, long story short, she's doing that today. We're at home. We're not at her mother's house. So I have the opportunity to, you know, stream one day, extra day this week, because I still plan to do tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But like always, man, you know, I appreciate you coming to check the boy out, DJ. Appreciate that. I know you're getting MLB The Show 18, right? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Machado. Oh, boy. Machado said, get it out of here. See what happened when you didn't? We should have got your boy out. I walked him, and if we could have got him out of there, Machado would have never got a chance. That's real baseball right there, Jack. What'd you say? Rex has been quiet. They could be up to something. Yeah, yay or nay. You know, it's a relatively quiet time of the year for Madden. As they're probably preparing, you know, no problem. They're preparing right now to start releasing information. I mean, we're in March. We know generally around the time when you start to hear something, usually at the very latest is May. Some years it's been April. So I would imagine they're gearing up for that. So, you know, at this point, I wouldn't say it's quiet. I would just say it's probably your norm.
He better be careful.
You do usually hear from Rex a little sooner, like with the Muttmen podcast and Ford Verts. He usually does those type of things a little early in the year, just to kind of reflect on the previous product. But I think he's right on schedule as far as him being vocal at this point, leading up to the next game.
Pitch that needs to make. If he does that consistently, he'll have a good night.
You meant what? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, let's see if we can get this guy out, get out of here. Oh!
Strike 3 for the final out of the inning.
I released that way too early, but we was able to get it there.
But the Orioles strike for 2 thanks to the
That's it. DJ, thank you, man, for clarifying the name there. I kept calling it, I don't know what I was calling it, but there you have it, guys. Early pitch weekend, which begins on the 23rd, which is Friday. So I would assume if you're going to get it digitally the way I am, I might as well get it. This is a game that I could say I might as well just get it digitally. I got 17 that way. It's a lot easier for me, too, to do games that I'm pretty sure I'm going to play and enjoy digital because it's easier, when I travel with the PlayStation, now that I got my monitor and stuff here that connects to the PlayStation. I don't want to deal with carrying different discs and things like that. So if you get it digitally the way I am, you'll have it right then. If not, you may have to go into the store, obviously. But again, should be on this coming Friday. All right, the 23rd. Oof. Ooh, got it a little too early. That was a good pitch right there. In case you guys are wondering, I'm playing with updated sliders. Updated roster. I'm using the OS FM. This one is the update 8, I believe. Downloaded a couple weeks ago, so it has the newer rosters or what they expect the rosters to be for this season. That's what I'm playing with. Like I said, just trying to get my my feet wet again and get a little more acclimated with MLB The Show. High fastball. I think I'm gonna swing at it though. Oh, good hit. Good hit. Let's go. I'm gonna play it extensively this week, and just to give you guys a heads up, I might only play MLB The Show in these streams. So today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, it might just be MLB The Show because I really gotta dive in and just make sure I got everything right. The buttons and base running, all that stuff that I kind of neglected last season because I stopped playing it earlier than I expected to stop playing it. Not because the game isn't any good, but woo, let's go! Oh, get back. That was a good hit. Not because I didn't think the game was good, which obviously it is. It's just that, I kind of got sidetracked. But this year, I think I'm really going to focus on MLB The Show quite a bit, man, because it's a great game. A lot of depth. We don't know what CFM is going to be for Madden, so I'm going to go ahead and get an early investment into this in case Madden is lacking again. This might be my franchise along with, I'm assuming 2K my league will still hold my attention come next year. It's actually called First Pitch Weekend. All right, appreciate that, DJ. Get your boy right, man. I don't know what some of you guys was here when I first started the stream. What did I call it? I don't even remember. I said something crazy, I think. First weekend pitch, something stupid I said.
And no swing, apparently, ball 1.
Do you think team play will return? It might. Yeah, absolutely. Team play, I'm sure, would be back. I don't know what the metrics are as far as how often people played it. I shouldn't have swung at that. That was a ball. But I'm pretty sure that it has some replay value, of course, with it being connected to Mutt. I don't foresee it not being a part of Madden 19. It's just my thoughts there. No, this is not. This ain't MLB 18. This is 17. Hope I didn't confuse anybody with the title. No, it says preparing from MLB The Show 18, MLB The Show 17 gameplay. So I apologize if I confused anybody. Ooh.
Wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball. I think his eyes lit up when he saw
got
that
behind
pitch
right
coming
there.
up at his
I
eye
seen it
level.
coming, but I wasn't fast enough.
If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks
Yeah,
so tempting to the hitter,
I feel you,
but making
Frank.
contact on that pitch can be
But
very tough.
you know, like I said, I never gave it a fair look. As far as franchise in 17, because y'all remember, I was streaming it for a while, but I didn't really play it like that off season. Again, man, just dumb. You know, I just didn't put the time in, but I'm definitely going to take time this year and rock out.
And that misses 2-2.
So I guess the franchise mode will be fairly new to me because I'm not really used to it. But that's why I'm spending this whole week getting used to
2 out with the man at
what's going on here in MLB The Show. I mean, I know there's some changes, but I don't know. DJ probably could tell me more than anything else if there are any, you know, valid changes. I do know they're trying to do more of a streamlined approach, you know, with you being able to access stuff, which, you know, you already could do the 45-minute thing and all that, but looks like they did add a little more to streamlining the process where you can access certain things from one screen. But as far as the details of what was added in franchise, I don't know. I do know they've added some stuff to Road to the Show, which I definitely will be playing that. So my plan probably right now is my franchise I will stream, and my Road to the Show would be more, you know, pre-recorded productions. That's probably how I'm going to do it.
This is foul near the seats.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a
What up, Antonio? I'm about to call you Antoine. My bad, Antonio. What's up, man? Got to show you love, man. Always coming by to support, man. I appreciate you, brother.
He'll try it again. 3-2. Ball 4.
Yes, sir. Got that good eye. Got that good eye. Y'all remember early on when I used to stream this? And let me not get ahead of myself because it'll probably happen in this stream that I'm swinging at everything. But now, you know, I'm learning how to eyeball it a little bit. I'm looking forward to the new PCI that's going to be in MLB The Show 18. That'll probably help a novice like me being able to, you know, hit a little better.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
And anybody who's here, I see we got about 30 live people watching. I appreciate that, man. But let me just say in advance, because for whatever reason, I'm always getting criticized of, oh, it's not real. Listen, I'm not trying to trick anybody. I thought I was very clear in the title. I said, preparing for MLB The Show 18, MLB The Show 17 gameplay. This is not MLB The Show 18. So if anybody is here expecting to see that, or if you felt like, oh, that's clickbait, hey, my bad, and maybe we'll see you next time. But, I mean, you know what I always say, it says clearly what's happening here if you just, you know, read the title. All the way live, which is, you know, what I call all of my streams. That's basically the stream series. It says all the way live, preparing for MLB The Show 18, MLB The Show 17 gameplay.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. He'll begin things here.
But I'm just getting ahead of the criticism because I already know somebody's going to say that. Know it's going to happen. Just like that time, man, when I was playing 2K on opening week. Y'all have heard me say that a couple times in the stream, and people were so mad because I included opening day in the title. They was thinking they was going to see the actual NBA games, and I'm like, but they're free on regular TV. So even if I did say that, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to watch those games that night.
Stepping
but
into
I
the
don't
box,
know. Reading is fundamental, man.
Take his first cuts here.
I see Marquis said, hey, man, well, like I said, you got to read the whole title, my fool.
And this one's
I will say this. If it was MLB The Show 18, y'all would have seen a much better title than that. Early, too? Come on. I would have put in a real, quote-unquote, clickbaitish title if this was MLB The Show 18. There wouldn't have been no doubt what it was.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Yeah, Frank, man, listen, man. I said it on Sim Standard Radio Thursday. For you guys who may not have heard that, and I'm absolutely not joking when I say this. This is a make or break for me, man, for Madden's CFM.
That one looked like
Word
it
up.
popped out of his hand behind his ear.
If there's not no significant changes, man, I'm telling you, whoa, ooh, good catch, baby. If there's not any significant changes, I might not really play it, man. I mean, I'm really gonna have to make a decision whether or not I want to do an offline franchise or CF or online, which I usually do both, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to give it that much attention. It's gonna be one or the other.
And he gets the call that time for strike number
and I might lean more towards online because at least there's some camaraderie there with other people and stuff. But the game just doesn't offer enough depth, man. It's just, I mean, you guys have seen my feedback videos. If we can at least get those things,
now this is up and
you know what I'm saying? Just contract stuff and
it's ball one.
you know, body wear and tear, and more roster management, and just more things to do outside of being on the field that affect on field.
That's the perfect pitch.
Come on, man. It's just no immersion. There's no immersion. That's the problem. DJ knows this as well as anybody else. If DJ is still here, you know how much depth we're able to get out of an NBA 2K. It's incredible, man. It's like, woo, what a pitch. That was good. That was a beautiful looking pitch right there, bro. Mufis. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. It drops on first. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me get the name right again. DJ already corrected me. Hold on, y'all. I don't want to say it wrong again. You would think it would be in my memory bank by now. Where is it? First pitch weekend. All right. First pitch weekend begins this coming weekend, the 23rd. And that's when you would be able to get access to MLB The Show 18 if you pre-order, which I'm actually going to do today. I'm late on it, but I'm going to go ahead and get my pre-order. Ooh, yo, the fastball is getting me, man. I'm going to pre-order today, so I will have it on Friday. And like I said, because of me having to travel into my office on Fridays now, I won't be able to stay up Thursday night to stream, you know, after this Sim Standard podcast. But I'm pretty sure I'll be streaming that weekend, maybe perhaps that Friday night. What am I doing? Steven, I tell y'all, I always talk about my eye, and now look how stupid I played that at bat. But yeah, so it'll be Friday. So go ahead and reserve it. I'm assuming if you don't reserve it, I'm just guessing here that it comes out Tuesday. I'm not sure.
As the first pitch to him is in there.
All right, we'll take the first strike. But yeah, most people are going to reserve that thing, man. They'll have it on the 23rd. Oh, good hit. We're getting some good bats, man. We're getting some good bats, but we just can't seem to put it in play. You say you never saw that meme before? Yeah, that one is hilarious. Hold on. DJ just said something about light years difference. What are you doing? Yeah, light years worth of difference in the franchise modes. Yeah, man. Marquise, I'm intrigued by Floyd's. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued by him working on the boxing game. I'm just interested to see. First of all, who's the developer? Because as much as we all can agree 2K does a great job of replicating sports, we remember that Don King prize fighter. That game was horrible. I put horrible, horrible, garbage all in the same word right there. That's why I said garbage. That game was horrible. Da-dun-da-dun.
Here comes the first pitch.
Fool's gold, whatever you want to call it. That game sucked in comparison to Fight Night. And I had my hopes up so high because, again, we riding off that 2K5 wave, 2K8. So I'm thinking, oh, they going to kill this. That's a game that they could compete with Fight Night.
The windup
And that
the
joint
0-1.
was
Foul over towards the coaching box.
dun. So I'm hoping that, yeah, man, with me being an extreme boxing fan, I hope so, man.
Into the
And you would
windup,
think,
here comes the 0-2 pitch.
and somebody gonna kill me for this analogy. Watch
Really
this.
fooled him that time for the first
You would
down.
think Floyd Mayweather would be the same way I look at Clint Oldenburg, right? Now some people are gonna say, "What do you mean, Clint? They haven't improved that." But
that's the way you do it.
you hear how Clint talks, you hear his opinion, how he feels about the O-line and stuff, because obviously he played O-line. So he has great ideas, he has plans to improve the trenches, has done some things, they still need work. But I say all of that to say this. That's how I would approach Floyd Mayweather being a part of a boxing game. You would think he's going to want that game to replicate the sport as he knows it, especially if he's in it. He's going to want his defensive mechanics to be right, being able to shoulder, all of that stuff. He's going to want his character to mimic what he does, how he moves. So you would think with that kind of input, the game would be phenomenal. But again, it's going to come down to the developer, gaming limitations, what they're able to do, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm excited, man, if it really is a game that's going to be coming. Because obviously, you know, Fight Night has been an afterthought.
The 2-1 home
And maybe that will force EA to get back in that race. You know, if there's a market for that game. And then you'll have 2 boxing games, perhaps. You know, some competition there. So we'll see.
That's exactly what
it's a VA game, VR game. I don't know. I heard somebody else say that too. Mufi. I don't know. Now, if it's VR, that could be kind of dope. You know, that changes up some things as far as possibilities and what they could do, like immersing you into the experience.
And he swings on top of one here
We'll see.
and chops it foul right at home plate. 2 outs, nobody on. But
You think we will see offensive coordinators in Madden 19? I don't know, man.
If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really
I don't know.
sets up a very good middle
I really don't.
to do some damage after all.
Taken in by Mercer.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first
That was
baseman.
good.
Gets the out, and the inning is
That was
over.
good.
3 up, 3 down for the Orioles.
There's a number of things that I think could be in 19, but I just don't know, man. I recently, within the last couple of years, started boxing. I'm ready to see a boxing game. I never really got into Fight Night. Fight Night was cool, man, but Fight Night still, with me, Fight Night was the same way I am with Madden. It was still a lot of stuff, in my opinion, that it just didn't replicate boxing correctly.
Into his windup.
So,
Here
you know.
comes the 1-0. Good move
Oh,
there, and
good
he's not
pitch.
even close.
It was a
1-1.
good game, but where it could have been it was never that. It never got to that potential, in my opinion. It's just my humble opinion.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
I don't know, Antonio. I don't know at the moment. I would like to go to EA Play, but as it stands right now, my wife and I, we're going on vacation that same
Into the
week.
windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit
Going
on
to
the
Mexico
ground, but this'll
from
wind
what,
up
the
a
4th to the
foul
8th.
ball.
EA Play
2-2.
starts on the 9th. So we're going to go ahead with probably no at the moment. I mean,
Into the windup.
Something
Here
could
comes
change.
the 2-2 pitch. Swing
Ah.
and a miss as he ran the
something could
fastball
change,
right
and
by
you
him for
know,
the
I
first
could do
down.
something crazy
Well,
like,
AL pitchers
you know,
must
fly out to
love
LA
pitching in
from
NL
Mexico
ballparks
or
because
something like
All of
that.
a sudden, they're only facing 8
But I don't know.
legitimate
You know,
hitters in the
we'll
lineup
see.
instead of 9.
Because even if I did something like that, you know, it would be cool because, you know, we're going with my cousin, which is also one of my best friends, and his wife, and one of his co-workers and his lady. So even if I did something like that, you know, the comfortability of it is the fact that
As he would look at a
my
first
wife
pitch
wouldn't have to
fastball
fly
for
back
ball
home,
1.
you know, alone.
1 for 1 after
But
a single his first time
we'll
up.
see. So, you know, I think it's safe for me to say no at the moment, but if something changes, you know, I'll let everybody know.
The windup and the
So,
1-0
yeah.
pitch.
Ah.
Out in front.
Why do I keep swinging at these low balls, man? Why do I keep doing it?
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Tough to get pulled any worse than that. He's in
What's
the
wrong
now,
with me, man?
1-2.
That was an ugly swing, and that's indicative of how they've been swinging.
This is why we playing all week, guys. We got to improve before 18 hits.
He takes
Ooh,
strike 3 call.
good pitch. I thought that was a little too far inside.
And there are 2 away.
Would you ever do a CFM MLB season in the Sim Standard League? Not.
First 2 men in the inning.
What's up, 7-5? What up, man?
See if he can fare any better.
I mean, I'm open to it.
Here's the first pitch
It just depends on. Ooh, I was late on that. It depends on if we could get enough people. And shout outs to 757 guys, for you guys that remember
into the windup,
coming on to the show, the previous show. Oh, when we were doing phone calls, you know, always came through and dropped some knowledge just so you guys can recognize him here in the chat. I'd be open to it, man. It's just, will we get enough people to participate? And then also, well, here's the problem. Oh, wow, look at that. Here's the problem, man. Online franchise won't be in 18. So, if anything, we would have to do it on 17 for those guys who have 17. But that, you know, I was about to go into a deeper explanation, but I just remembered there will not be an online franchise for MLB The Show 18. They're actually taking it out.
And Trumbull will reach. He's got a base hit. So it's a base knock.
I guess that answers that question, but you know, theoretically, I would be open to it if you had enough participation and if their servers were able to accommodate. You know, I heard that a lot of people have told me the MLB The Show servers are not that good online.
And this is hit hard up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1.
Throw it.
Back to first.
I was almost late on that thing.
It's a double play.
But yeah.
Pitch on the ground ball there, and an even better job up the middle to take it himself, and turn 2 pretty smooth.
What I like about what happened right there, guys, not thinking, bonehead play, I hit triangle. Now, actually, I could say it was a good and a bad thing, right? I hit triangle, thinking throw to second, didn't realize I was controlling that guy. So, yes, I do like the fact that they helped me and they didn't throw it because nobody would have been on the bag. But in reality, I wouldn't have been pissed if he did throw it and it would have went awry. It would have been, you know, like an errant throw because nobody was there. I would have been cool with that because then I would have said, oh, well, that was my dumb fault. But, you know, in the case that it actually helped me there, when I hit triangle, it just ran me to second, which absolutely helped. So I'll take that as well. All right, let's get out of here. Would you be surprised if you hear that NBA Live 18 was not there? Knob 19 was not there? Yeah, 7-5. They took it out, man. I couldn't say I would be surprised if MLB Show Live 19 wasn't there, only because, I mean, looking at how things have turned out,
and this one's not
you know, very low sales, and you know, it's about making money, man, in this business. And you know, and if EA decided to move on from it, I'd understand. You know, I would clearly understand that. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that's gonna happen. Ooh, good pitch. Because I don't get any indication from, you know, it just doesn't feel like it's going away. But I don't think I would be surprised if it wasn't there. You know what I mean?
First baseman number 55.
So you think much should be an online service and CFM should be more of a traditional thing with memory issues could arise with everything we are asking for? Nah, I'm not going to give them that, man. I've said a long time ago, I'm not going to keep giving EA and Madden excuses. You know what I mean? If NBA 2K can have all of those modes in their game, I don't want to hear nothing about memory and all of that capability. There's no reason why they couldn't have too early. No reason why they couldn't have an in-depth franchise mode along with Mutt. It doesn't require a separate game. You know what I mean? Oh, good hit, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. He ain't going to get 3.
And he'll pull into second.
Okay. Let's eat. Let's eat. Yum, 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 yum.
Down in the zone where he wanted it, but
Let's
it was
get
a
it.
solid piece of hitting. Goes
That was
down
a
and gets
beautiful
it
hit.
and
I mean,
pulls
you
it
can't
into
put that
corner
no
for
better
extra
if you're going to hit a
bases.
ground.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins.
You're going to hit a ground ball. You can't do it better than that.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As he'll take a look at ball one.
Yeah, those servers are horrible. They are looking to rebuild them so a bit. Yeah, they bit the bullet to remove it. Yeah, that's what we were saying on. I mean, and you probably saw it, DJ, on. We were saying on the show. I get it. It sucks for those people who look forward to it, but I get it. Smart business decision. Oh, let's go.
Center field.
Yo, they robbing us, bruh.
For the second out.
When we robbing ourselves, we're not putting it where it need to be. That could have been a run right there. That was great defense. See if they show the replay. Nah, let's take a look. Nah, I ain't gonna waste time. We're taking a look. That was good defense right there, man. It might have just hurt our chances of getting a run in this inning.
First pitch of the at-bat to third.
And just like that, all the work we did in that inning is for naught. That was a great defensive play to get that second out.
They're down 2-0.
Is it because they are trying to make it an e-sport? Huh? Could be. What is the Steelers' biggest competition in the North? I think that remains to be seen. To be honest, we'll have to see how everybody looks, post-draft and once all of the cuts and things are made. Right now, it's hard to say. I mean, the Bengals have enough talent, but they just never seem to, get where they need to be. And it doesn't look like they're doing any crazy moves. The Ravens still seem like, as of right now, wide receiver could be semi-questionable. Perhaps O-line. The Browns, I mean, is all the talent that they're acquiring, and you would expect them to do something big in the draft, but based on their track record, you know what I mean? It's hard to say right now. But, not trying to, disrespect the Ravens or the Bengals, but as it stands, oh, God, another one. Woo, they killing this boy. They killing this boy.
And they add another.
They killing this boy.
A solo home run here off the bat.
I know Kobe.
And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Wow. I might have to get another pitch in there, man.
Right down Main Street. He couldn't believe
his confidence is still there. I'll let him stay in another inning or two. Well, we're in the fifth. Yeah, I'll give him maybe another inning.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away.
But yeah,
he's 0 for 1.
One of those situations where I can't call it yet. You never know. I saw one of the NFL analysts saying the other day is the Browns could end up being the number 2 team in the AFC North. It's possible, because looking at the way the Bengals and the Ravens have been trending, they haven't really necessarily shown improvement. So one could argue that maybe they continue to downslide. But we'll see. I mean, all of that stuff has to be seen. We have to actually see it. Speculation is good pitch. Speculation is exactly that. It's just speculation. We have no idea. We don't even know if the Steelers are going to be the cream of the crop in the AFC North. We don't know that. Offensively, you would say so, but
that tells me he gave up on it right till the very end. And
even though Ryan Shazier, we got ran on with him in the game, but Ryan Shazier was a huge part of that defense.
Into the box
and
now.
we just weren't the same after that. Because even, in the plays that he didn't make, those plays he made were game changers. Some of the interceptions, some of the run fields, and the run gaps. When he did pick the right gap, he would completely blow up the play. And his speed could compensate for a lot of errors. Makeup speed or being able to play sideline to sideline. Underneath coverage, things like that, which would buy some time for the front end. as well as the back end. You know, so without having a Ryan Shazier, things change, and we don't know if we're going to replace that. You know, the John Bostic signing, I do like that. But, you know, we're still at a situation where the Steelers are going to have to go into the draft looking for another inside linebacker at some point and a safety, you know. And we're going to have to ask this safety to start if they don't pick up a safety in free agency. Somebody said earlier here in the draft, in the chat, that they heard that Trey Boston was going to sign. I haven't heard that yet. So, you know, if something like that happens, and, you know, you never know. The Steelers will have some cards to play in the draft. But as it stands right now, I'm thinking free safety probably in the first round. Especially since they just added the veteran John Bostic, you know, that'll buy you a round to get your inside backer, because guys like Roquan Smith, they're not going to be on the board. You know, I don't think Rashawn Evans will be on the board. He might be. Got it too early. I think if that boy Leighton Vander Esch is still there, I might take him in the first round, but he could be gone. Oh, Lord. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. James, I wouldn't say that, man. I wouldn't say they'll be fine. I mean, look at what happened last year. You know? Look at what happened last year, man. You know, if the defense could have got a few stops, we beat Jacksonville. You know what I mean? That was a solid effort by both teams, but if they can get a couple stops, they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. We would have beat them in that game. They put up 42 points on offense, and the Jags were able to muster 45 points. You know, one of them being a defensive touchdown, but still, if the Steelers defense can make any stops at some point in that game, any significant stop, they win the ball game. Man, we can't get nothing out of the ballpark. So, I would be very hesitant to say they'll be fine. I can't go with that. You would hope so, but, you know, just trying to be a realist about it. I can't say they would be fine, because we saw where they weren't fine last season. You know what I mean? But you could be right. You know, you could get a couple guys in there. You know, a couple, maybe some rookies. It's going to be the last inning for this guy, so let's get somebody in there. Warm somebody up here. You know, we'll have to see, man. Let's try this guy out. We'll have to see. But I just don't feel comfortable, you know, saying that they will be fine. I no way do I feel like that.
First delivery to him on the way. Curveball stays a little high that time.
We'll see.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and
Cowboys and Steelers last team to sign a player. Yeah. Has the Cowboys signed anybody? Game changer? You know, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but the Steelers actually did sign linebacker John Bostic. So if that's if that's the case, the Cowboys could be the last team to do anything. But I did think that was, as much as I know the steal away, and, you know, I don't panic with stuff like that. Oh, come on, man, what am I doing? It does make you feel a little worse when you look at the actual numbers. When it showed that, you know, before this signing, the Steelers and the Cowboys were the only two teams that hadn't signed or traded for a player in the offseason. So when you look at the raw numbers, even if you understand the process and you cool with how they do business, it still kind of make you look at them with the side eye like, wow. So, like I said, I don't know if you're aware that the Steelers did sign somebody. Yeah, so they could either leave the Cowboys being the only team, or you said the last team, so it's possible maybe they did get somebody today, and now everybody has signed somebody, but it was kind of funny. But the funny thing is, too, man, you know, I didn't overreact too much because, you know, a lot of teams, well, obviously there were 30 other teams that were active, but, you know, it's just Sunday. And you know, the free agency opened up on Wednesday, so you would expect if your team is not going after a marquee guy, it's usually going to be a few days, may even be a week. Like last year, the Steelers didn't sign somebody until like a week later, and got a value pick. Signing. We got Tyson Alu, I think it's Alu, and he played significant snaps, you know, on defense.
Now
so
here it comes.
And then obviously we got Joe Hayden super late. Oh wow.
Jones around first, thinking 2 here.
Good hit.
And he'll reach second now.
You know, but that's because he got cut. But I'm just saying, you know, unless your team is going to go after a marquee guy,
Nice job.
you know, you can't expect anything to happen right away. Steelers had been missing on their drafts recently on defense. Yeah, I mean, Dez is working with AB in the offseason. Yeah, AB usually works with a couple premier guys. I feel you, Marquise, but you know what? The truth is, man, it's the same thing I tell my father-in-law, man. You never know who's going to pan out. You know? You never know. I mean, nobody expected T.J. Watt to play the role that he's played. You know, so we can't call T.J. Watt a miss.
For him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he
Bud Dupree hasn't lived up to his potential. And absolutely, Shamarko Thomas just... But you know, guys like that, I don't necessarily count those guys as misses. Those guys who weren't like your first round pick, because you never know. You know what I mean? If you get a guy in the later rounds, he's either going to pan out or he's not. But I judge them on their first round guys. So like a Bud Dupree, a Jarvis Jones, those dudes. Jarvis obviously didn't live to his potential, and then Bud Dupree is he's on the clock, man. He's on the clock because right now, yeah. Right now, it's like me and my boy Tony. We like to call him. We've given him a nickname, just to have some fun with it. Until he shows up, he's Dud Dupree. He's been playing like Dud Dupree, and we're hoping that he at least plays like Bud Dupree this season. But we would prefer for him to be Stud Dupree. So we're gonna see which one of those guys show up. But here, so far he's been Dud Dupree by far. Oh my God, yo, they just smacked. They smacking this guy. This guy, they getting everything out of this dude.
Well, they were
All
smart.
right, we're gonna get him out of here, man.
But it didn't
We
matter.
get your boy in
He's
there.
their big.
We're getting him out of there. There ain't no reason for us to even entertain him.
Chris Davis.
Yeah, we're gonna get old boy up out of there. Oh, put him in.
AJ Schubel will come out now and
This
make
boy
his
is getting
first
dealt with.
appearance of the spring.
I wouldn't mind having Boston on the Cowboys. Yeah, y'all kind of need some help in that area as well. I mean, I don't know the team like that, but I know the Cowboys has pretty much been very similar to the Steelers in the last few years. Just having serviceable defense, but not really a defense that you can depend on getting stops. Having those key moments. Unlike a lot of Steelers fans, as soon as they don't win, people are ready to call them trash and blah, blah, blah. My opinion is, every defense is going to get scored on. I mean, again, look at what we were able to do to the #1 defense in Jacksonville that second go-around. Look at what happened to the Minnesota Vikings defense against Philly. It happens. But the good defenses and the great defenses are those defenses that you can count on coming up with stops. Even Philly in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't have imagined that the game would have gone like that. I thought their defense was going to show up a lot better than it did. But when they needed a play, they made a play. And the Steelers' defense just hasn't been that. So I would lump the Cowboys in that same situation right there. You said early round picks 1 through 3. Most they selected are projects. Yeah, I feel you, man. But you know, like I said, man, it's plenty of other teams you can say that about. You know,
Here's Chris Davis now.
it ain't just Pittsburgh. There's plenty of other teams where guys didn't pan out. But like I said, me personally, this is just me. You know, it's just how I feel. I'm not saying everybody should feel the way I do. Jesus Christ, man. Look at this.
Ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home run.
Bruh. They getting toasted.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in.
They are getting sweet, man. They are killing my man here. But
boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
You know, a draft pick is just that. You just never know. You know, who knew? Who knew that Antonio Brown? And see that, like you said, you including Brown in that. You said for offense the draft nailed, but they didn't know that in the 6th round. Nobody knew that Antonio Brown would end up being arguably the best receiver in football for as many years as he has been. Nobody knew that. That just happened to happen. You know what I mean?
And he'll get in there safely.
So I just feel in general with drafts, you never know who's going to pan out. You're either going to get Tom Brady or you're going to get Jamarcus Russell.
Into the box, Trey Mancini. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is returned.
You know, you just never know. So me personally, it's just my opinion. I don't blame organizations for that. You know, some fans will say, oh, they don't know how to draft. Even a guy like Jarvis Jones, the dude was leading in sacks in the NCAA. You know, I can see why you pick him. A guy like Bud Dupree had a lot of raw talent. Big guy. He fit what the Steelers wanted to do as far as size-wise. Kind of getting back into a Lamar Woodley type of guy with speed. You know, you think he's going to pan out. You think a guy like Sean Davis would be a little better. You know, Artie Burns, I say, would be more of a project because they took him early. But you would have thought, I would have thought Sean Davis would have improved a little more last year, and he didn't. Ryan Shazier. They hit with Ryan Shazier. You see what I'm saying? They hit with Cam Hayward. They hit with, what's his name, Stephon Tuitt. They got a steal in Javon Hargrave. So that's just how I see things, man.
Hit to first.
Davis has it. I just see it like that. You know, I definitely don't.
Center fielder number 6.
You know, and I'm sure my man Tony feels the same way. Me and Tony talk all the time. We don't judge like the organization based off who they draft, because you never know. You just never know how a guy's gonna pan out. You have no way of knowing that. Ooh, good pitch. What up, Tony, by the way?
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one.
Oh, hold on. Aaron just gave me some tips. Yeah, please, man. Teach me about baseball. I'm going to read your comment here in just a moment.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But
yeah, the Steelers have definitely had some hits. They've had some misses. You know, like I said, much like you can say with any team, I would assume.
Hit in the air out to right.
I should have let that go. That was high. No, that's going to be a pop-up.
And he'll get there in plenty of time.
Aaron said that changeup was high in the zone. You want to throw that off your fastball as well. Okay. Appreciate the tips. I'm going to be leaning heavily on you guys, man. I promise you, this year we're going to do a lot of MLB The Show 18. And y'all are going to be my saving grace. You guys who are really more well-versed in baseball. And we're gonna have fun with it. I've also, let me go ahead and announce this, man, and I'll announce it again tomorrow. I'm gonna let you guys choose my character's his look and his name for Road to the Show. So we're gonna do that live in a stream. Like I said, maybe this Friday night if I get a chance. You know, I always tell you guys Fridays are iffy. You know, with family, we go to my mother-in-law's. You know, we do our family dinner thing. So maybe later that night, I might get a chance to stream, but I plan for you guys to name my character,
there, but it's 1-2.
and y'all gonna help me
Just
create
missed
his
on that
look.
changeup. I like that pitch right there. You got 2 strikes.
All right,
on him.
so that
Throw
should be a little
changeup and
fun.
See if he chases it. That time he laid off, but hey, good idea.
You know, you guys are the ones that are gonna be viewing. So I want y'all to be as involved as possible.
Into the dirt, in fact.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down.
And like I
He's thinking
said,
to
my
himself,
plan is
make
now
him
that
get
I'm
up
going to do
before I
all
swing,
of my
get off the
games.
knees.
Well, the majority. Oh,
Back
come on,
at
come on,
him,
come
and
on.
it hit him.
The majority of my games
Safe, fast recovery throw.
will be
Good
streamed.
effort,
The
but now we
majority
have
of
to
my
wonder
stream
whether or
of
not
my
he's gonna be okay.
season games, franchise games will be in the stream, so we can go through that process together. Y'all can help me with trades and stuff like that. Because again, I don't know baseball like that. But then most of the road to the show gameplay will just be like pre-recorded productions. But I want y'all to design my guy, man.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's
And Aaron, that gave me the tips. What I'm usually doing, because I don't know much about when I should do this, when I should do that, I just go off the suggested pitch. You guys probably have noticed that.
And it goes the other way as this is hit high and
Great
deep
hit.
out to straight
Great
left.
hit.
And Rasmus is going to reach. It's a base hit. And
Great
he's
hit.
Really got something going
They're
here.
killing
Runners
us,
at
man.
second and third to start
What
the
are you
inning.
guys saying? Let's not forget AB averages the most targets per year. That's very true. Draft picks are hit or miss, but more so recently within the last 7 years.
Number 25.
DJ is responding to Marquise. He gets the blame and he has to work on being better, but everyone knows when they run the ball, it sets up the play action, one-on-one coverage. Who y'all referring to? Y'all talking about the Falcons. So y'all talking about Matt Ryan?
Now a first pitch changeup.
I don't think Shazier is that good. I think he's just
Matt, I
wow.
think he's pitching scared.
That's definitely that's your opinion. I think Shazier is great. He has inconsistencies. You know, if I had to give him feedback on him, if I had to grade him, sometimes he gets caught up in the wash a little too much. You know, in the middle of the field, sometimes you know he shoots the wrong gap, and because he's so fast, when he blows up the wrong gap or he blows past the play, then it leaves a gaping hole. But he's definitely a good linebacker. I mean, again, I wouldn't expect you to because you're not a Steeler fan, but I would say look at this guy's tape. He does phenomenal things. Shazier is heavy in the film room. You know, even like one of the interceptions he had last year where he was blitzing, read the play, read the tight end, got underneath it, picked it off. Like his instincts are incredible. Great linebacker. You know, but like I said, he has his inconsistencies. There's no perfect player. But again, that's your opinion. You know, I respect it. That's your opinion. You don't think he's that good. I just don't agree. I think he is a very good linebacker. Boston could be Ferrier. Yeah, Tony, man. Let me tell you. us Steelers fans understand that, boy. Man, we got one when we got Ferrier up in that thing. Yes, sir.
Trying to hang a zero.
You know what I like about? Oh, God. You serious?
That is going to cost him a run as he'll scamper home on the wild pitch.
Love it, man. I love showing you guys. When I suck, man. That stuff. I love it. I love it. Y'all see how my man, his meter is gone? I love that. Because his confidence is low. See how low his confidence is? So I have no meter. I love that dynamic. You know, it affects the gameplay. Now it's harder for me to get an accurate pitch. I love it. Love that stuff.
And that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Oh, that liner.
Oh, come on, man. Good Lord.
Score from third, and let's hope he's going to be all right.
But
we looked at this game on paper before it started. I don't think any of
he's a big play guy. I love Ryan Shazier. I have nothing bad to say about Ryan Shazier. We're gonna get out of this game, guys. Right after this. Just want to pitch him out. We'll skip to the next one. I mean, there's no need of me continuing to play this game. It's over with.
Here it comes.
It's only spring training.
And he
But like I
misses with a
said,
high changeup that time.
playing it all
Dangerous
week, man, to get
pitch.
myself
On
prepared
2-0, you can
for
bet he's
MLB to
looking
show
for a
18,
fastball that
and
he can turn on
you
and
know,
drive. Might be thinking
the
about
wins and
picking off
losses
that big
don't
hole
really
between
matter.
first and second.
But I
Well, he's clearly
prefer
not
to
getting
get
anything
more
to
than one
hit right now.
game
I'm telling
with
you
different
what, 3-0,
teams in the
I trust
stream.
him
So that's
so
why I'm
much,
going to just
I'm
skip to the
giving him
next
green
one.
light.
And he lays off. Ball four. So he
Browns
comes
got
right
Jamie
off the bench and
Collins,
works the walk.
Senior Jarvis
Usually
Landry, and
easier said
Tyrod
than
Taylor.
done.
Okay,
What's the saying?
congratulations
When
to
you
them.
find yourself in a hole, the
Me
first thing
personally,
you
I
should do
don't
is stop
know.
thinking, well, the guy on the
We'll
ball
have to
obviously
see.
has
I just
that
don't
one.
know about.
In the dirt. Goes to third with it. And he's
Lord,
going
how
to make
much?
it.
Let's get out of this game.
Third here as he advances.
But I love how my man's confidence is so low that he can't do anything. So let's jump to the next game here. I can't skip forward. Oh yeah, I can go there. Quick manage. And I don't know about Tyrod Taylor being about that. Tyrod Taylor. Listen, I don't have nothing bad to say about Tyrod. I just don't know if he's anybody's franchise quarterback. We'll see.
Save your closer for another day.
In Cleveland, I wonder what they got up their sleeve. I mean, remember, Todd Haley's going to be the coordinator. We all know what Hugh Jackson, what he's supposed to, his connection he has with quarterbacks, but that's going to be an interesting one. We'll see. Shazier is in the same class as KJ Wright. Very good line. I would think so. I mean, but like I said, Game Changer is entitled to his opinion. But I would definitely think that Ryan Shazier is a good linebacker. Maybe not great. Great is a stretch. Great could be somebody else's opinion. But he's, in my opinion, and just looking at what he's done on field, I think he's a good linebacker. A solid linebacker. Like my man Tony said, I think he is a stud. But let's go. Let's play Toronto. Let's skip ahead. Play a different team here. Oh, dang. I skipped that. Well, we'll just play Minnesota. View 7 through date. What is going on? I'm trying to play it. Am I picking the wrong thing? Oh, I got to go in there. Yeah, I'm trying to play the game, man. So I guess we'll be playing Detroit. Play in that stadium. Let's do broadcast MLB Network. Let's do it. Let's try another pitcher. Try this guy. AJ McCarron is decent. I don't know if he's anybody's franchise guy. He hasn't done too bad when he came in for Andy Dalton. But we'll see. AJ McCarron this could end up being, and I don't mean no disrespect to him, but he could end up being a Landry Jones. A guy that was very good in college, but when he gets to the pros, doesn't necessarily pan out. So, we'll see. I'm cool with giving him a chance. Keith R., what's up, man? I'm good today, man. Good. Chilling. Game Changer says, I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland beats Pittsburgh this year. I wouldn't either. I mean, think about it. Cleveland has always played the Steelers tough anyway. They played us very tough both last game. The last game we played them didn't have all the starters in there, but the first game of the season they gave us a tough go. So I never put it past Cleveland beating the Steelers. One, the way their brand of football has matched up pretty well with the Steelers have given us problems in years past, even though we won the game. Number two, when you beat a team often, it's always that chance that they're going to get one. So that's not telling anybody. That's not a surprise to anybody. Oh, man. 757 got it right on the money. Browns going to run some RPOs into the ground and draft. Yeah,
In
man.
this day and age, when teams are
I'm very
moving
interested in
place, playing the
seeing what they're
ship,
going to
these
do
guys are old
with their
school,
picks.
very traditional. You don't see the
Them
ship
getting
deployed
Carlos
very often
Hyde,
in this club.
does that prevent them from going Saquon Barkley? And I wouldn't be surprised if they get a
Josh
pure
Harrison
passing
stands
quarterback
in.
as well
He
to at
will
least
lead
create
this
some
one off
competition
today.
in there.
The afternoon for Pittsburgh.
I'm curious. And the Jets, you know, they gave up a ton. I'm very interested to see where the Jets is going now. They gave up a lot to move up a couple spots, so
Crowd still
that's going to be an
filling in this
interesting one
afternoon
as
the
well.
game's first pitch is taken for ball one.
Very interesting, man. You know, it's always interesting and fun to see what teams are thinking and what they choose to do, you know, come draft day. It's always somebody who slides and
Into his
somebody they
Here
take
comes
somebody
the
they didn't
1-0.
think they were going to take. Ooh,
Laid
good
off
pitch.
as it caught the inside corner.
That's
And
all.
that's
It
a
always
pretty good
happens.
example of
So
why he's such a
it's
great
going to be very
pitcher.
interesting, man, with all those
Stuff
quarterbacks
is obviously
that you
the
think are going to
key
go
being
early.
dominant on the mound.
Oh,
But it
another
doesn't mean
one.
a whole lot if you don't
Now
have
I'm looking too
outstanding
much now.
control
Now they got me in a
with it.
swinging
But he
situation
does.
here, and I'm probably going to
Really
strike out.
spotted that pitch.
Well, if you're wondering if he's going to be loose for this game, there's
Told
your
you.
answer. 98 in the first inning. He's going to be coming right after.
So he racks
The
up
reason
the
I was saying I
swinging
don't think
strikeout on the
he's
breaking
great
ball.
because he
Josh
makes it play,
Harrison
and I don't
goes
see his
down
name
the
for a
first
while.
out of the game.
He does a lot of other things, man, on the field. But see, that's why I
And now,
disagree.
Corey
Hold
Dickerson.
on, give me a second.
A swing and a drive
That's
to
where I
center
disagree
field.
with you.
That
You're
one's
saying
got a
that he
chance.
doesn't have as good an
Team
IQ
racing
as
back.
Sean
He
Lee. I
gets
would beg
there,
to
and
differ.
that's the second
See,
out.
Steelers fans know that. He is a film junkie. He does have that IQ. He just plays faster. So Ryan Shazier, a lot of
Standing
times,
in,
his problem is he
Sterling
can
Marte.
overrun plays,
First chance for
or
him here in the
sometimes
top
he'll
of the
shoot
first
a
with
gap.
nobody on.
that might be the wrong gap. He might have guessed the wrong way. He makes bad plays also. But his football IQ is off the charts. One of the best on the team. You know, like I said,
That one out of
if
play
you
for strike
were
one.
like a Steeler fan, and I'm talking about if you followed them, you know, you
Here's
follow what
the
they do,
0-1.
and, you know, you read up on,
On the ground,
you know, the
right
scouting
side.
report for certain players and things like that.
And he is in
Oh,
there.
that was dope.
That's playing with
That
his
was
game
dope. We're
right
going to look
there.
at
The
that.
speedster gets a
You would
little
know
in-between
these things about
signals,
Ryan
and
Shazier.
now he's on to do damage.
Just like I don't know things about every single Cowboy. You know, I didn't. A lot of people told me, even with Hutchins, that people were saying, yeah, everybody in Cowboy Nation knew he was dope. I didn't. I seen him play a few times, and I was like, yo, this Hutchins kid, does some good things, but I didn't know about him. You understand what I'm saying? So I couldn't really give my opinion as much as somebody who really follows the Cowboys and have really watched him. Now, it's not to say that you have to be a fan of a team to understand what a player does. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you could have that part wrong in a sense about some of his skill set, but your opinion of him is valid. You understand what I'm saying? This was dope. This was the one time. How many times have y'all seen me slide in the first? And this is the one time it actually worked in my favor. It's pretty dope. But that's all I'm saying. Like I can't agree. I can't go along with his IQ was not there. Nah, I can't say that because he has that.
Right side hit
Let's
hard.
go. Let's go,
And
baby.
the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Have you heard Tre'Davious White has a corner? Yeah, I know Tre'Davious White. I don't know if you were following me then, but you recall last year I had him pegged to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers at one point.
Now the 5-hitter, he's going to have to pitch him a little careful. He thought he was cruising. Now he's in a little trouble.
Yeah, I had him going to the Steelers at one point actually. So I'm familiar with
Here's
Tre'Davious
Gregory
White.
Polanco. And a first pitch.
Ah.
It's a fly ball to left center. And the 2-out threat will not come
Needed that to
fast
drop,
as
man.
the
That would've got
inning
us
is
a
over.
run.
So they get to him for a couple of hits.
What do you think of a good team that Richard Sherman could go to? Mine is New England. Richard Sherman is signing with the 49ers, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that was a done deal. I didn't check back on it, but I thought he signed with the 49ers.
Lineup in this one. Who are you focused
My boy
on?
Tony says, trust me, coaches have many late nights worrying about Shazier. More athletic than Lee.
This is the guy you wanted to
We know
play.
Tony.
He thrives
I'm
in
just
these
saying.
situations. It's
Like I
almost
said,
he goes
I'm
to
not
the net
taking
and says,
away from
"I can't
anybody's
wait to play
opinion
because
of
the
a
game's
player.
gonna come down to me.
I
and I'm
never
gonna
challenged
make
that.
something happen." He
But
thrives on
I can't
performing in the
agree
big
with
moments.
certain things. Like if somebody is to tell me that Ryan Shazier, his IQ isn't that good, I disagree. Because everybody knows, well, still a nation, even the Steeler coaches talk like that. This guy is a film study. As many times when some of the Steelers media will say, man, this dude is in the locker room before anybody. He watches film constantly. His IQ is off the charts. A lot of the plays he makes are instinctual. You know, so that's the only thing I would have to disagree with somebody if they were trying to convince me that he doesn't have a high football IQ. But, you know, somebody's opinion of him as a player, that's a personal opinion. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I was telling 2K guy. Yeah, Sherman signed with the 49ers. That came out even before, you know, the quote-unquote, the air quotes, before the actual free agency period. They was already talking. I mean, he had pictures with them and everything.
Into the windup and the pitch.
It's going to be interesting, man. The 49ers making some noise out there, too.
And set up
That's going to be interesting. 49ers going, man, I'm going to tell you right now, if Garoppolo can play like he did the last 6 games, 49ers might make a little wee bit of noise out there in their conference, man, in their division, I mean. They might make a little noise out there. I mean, you got the Rams, the Seahawks. You know that the Seahawks, in my opinion, could be hit or miss, depending on what they're able to do and rebuild their team. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. No one aboard for him, and 2 on here in the first. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's
Cal Golden 13. What's up, man? What's good with you, brother? Appreciate you coming back and saying hello.
And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line.
Foul ball.
Fade just at the end and winds up a long
Shazier is a guy you must game plan for. Big time baller, says Jason Taylor. I agree, man. I will definitely agree.
Fouled off again.
His impact is crazy, man. You think about the game, the second game against the Ravens last year when they was in Pittsburgh. You saw how they was able to just switch it up and run right at Sean Spence. Like right at him. You know, they didn't have to worry about Shazier. They just ran it right up the middle. You know, we saw the impact of that injury. It's very evident. And like I said, it's not to say, because me and Tony always make sure, you know, whoever we talk to about Shazier, we always put this caveat in there. It ain't to say that Ryan Shazier is the end-all be-all. You know, the Steelers have had bad defensive outings with him. We've had the ball ran down our throats with him. But what he brings to the table, come on, man, they ain't going to replace that. We're not going to replace that this year. It ain't going to happen. That guy's not out there.
3 down for Detroit. Still no score.
Yeah, Marquise, you absolutely right. He's the defensive quarterback, man, and it was evident. We saw it. We saw it, man. The Steelers just guys out of position, man. Like the linebacker Sean Davis Sean Spence, you know, God bless his soul, man. He just, yeah, it's a tough situation. Anytime they out there trying to use 3 guys to replace 1.
And he takes ball.
That's letting you know right there.
Right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
Well, I'm done. You know, enough of talking about that, man. Everybody's opinion is going to change, so we ain't got to keep talking that Shazier argument.
And it's a ball and a strike.
Not too often
Marquis says,
88 miles an hour on the
gun. Asked a question.
Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Hit on the ground to third.
He said, where would you place a slider? Pitch location? Again, I'm not that knowledgeable per se in baseball. I mean, I know the generals, but I don't necessarily know when you should do this, when you should do that. What I've been doing, you guys probably have been able to pick up on it. I'm just pitching based off the catcher's recommendation. Sometimes I'll switch it up and I'll try to, you know, put a slider like, you know, the mid strike zone area, because you know the idea is for it to drop
And a good idea to hold off on that
You know,
swing.
maybe
It's
at the
ball one.
waistline. Because I would think the idea that even when I played baseball in school, you know, you want it to appear
1-0 pitch on the way.
like it's going to be a strike,
Pulled toward right center field.
and then it drops.
After it is Martin.
You know, so
Two gone.
the guy will swing at it thinking it's going to be at one point, then it drops.
Batting eighth,
But again, you know, that was playing at high school.
Mercer.
You know, like I said, I know the basics, but I didn't
Here's Jordy
keep up
Mercer
with
now.
baseball
He'll
to
work
know
on
all of
keeping
the
this top of the
strategic things.
second
And,
alive.
you know, so I really couldn't answer some of those questions. You know, with confidence. I couldn't answer it with confidence.
And he lays
Is what I'm
off
trying
there,
to say.
1-0.
Love Luke Kuechly.
score
Luke
here as we
Kuechly
play
is
inning
a
number
beast. Love what Luke Kuechly brings to the table. I have to agree with you on that one.
Fly ball out to
Let's
straight
go.
right
Get it out of
field.
here. God, we can't get the ball out the ballpark, man.
Makes the play, and that'll
Yeah,
end
Luke
the
Kuechly's
inning.
nasty.
1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
You
No
said,
score.
somebody said, nah, Sim, they need Jim Harbaugh. Who needs Jim Harbaugh? The Niners? Oh, the Niners? You know what, man?
Nick Castellanos now. He'll start
Harbaugh
us
had
out
that
here in the
team
home
playing,
half of
man.
the second.
It's a shame that they, you know, him and the brass, you know, up at the upper level couldn't, you know, come to terms. Yeah, well, you know, again, game changer. That's your opinion, man. I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
You know, stuff like that, like lists and where guys rank and all that. It's always opinion based.
And he hauls it in
Even
for
when
the
with the
first out of
NFL
inning.
analysts, that's just their opinion. You know, I take all of those things with a grain of salt, as well as people should take what I say with a grain of salt when I'm giving you my opinion. None of it is fact. You know what I mean? Numbers are fact. You know, if we wanted to look at the numbers and what somebody does in a sport or music sales, whatever, those are factual things, but you still have your own opinion. You know, just look, like I said, even if you want to use music as an example, you know, there's people that say they don't like the Migos, right?
He might want that
But
pitch
you look at their
back,
numbers.
up and away. That's a pitch you
Could
can
you dispute
really
what they
drive
sell,
if
even
you
though
have
that
the
ain't
right
your
approach
brand of
towards
music?
that opposite field
So
gap.
that's just me. That's just how I live my life. Like I listen to everyone's opinion and respect it, you know, and listen to what they're saying, and that's it. But I don't walk away from a conversation with someone
Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it,
and
but
take their
probably
opinion
looked
for
good coming
being
in.
fact, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's not a disrespect to anybody. I'm just saying in general. Same with me. Like, I shouldn't, if I'm having a disagreement with somebody, that person shouldn't leave that, you know, that conversation not feeling the way they feel. You feel what I'm saying? Now, maybe if two people can have a conversation, they can come to a common thing and they can agree. Right, but, you know, nobody should change their opinion just because they speak to somebody else and they think otherwise. It's just a nice conversation is all it is.
And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. As he will take
Like I said, I bring up the
fastball
music
here,
thing because
no
there's a
balls
lot
and
of cats
strike.
that try to tell me
Make
that.
something happen with
You know,
two
younger
down in the bottom of the
generation, you know,
second.
like some of my younger cousins or coworkers, guys that's like 20 years old, you know, how they try to tell me that, you know, Future's the best rapper ever. And I'm like, bro, stop it. But that's their opinion. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they grew up on. That's what they coming up with. They're coming up with the Migos and the Young Thugs of the world, and they feel like they the greatest. I can't take that from them.
Second here with no score.
You know, but if we want to get technical, you know, they are not the best lyricists by far. But it ain't about that.
And
It's
this
about
will
what
be
their
fouled
opinion.
back
They
in
feel
among the
like
fans.
Future is the greatest they've ever heard, or the Migos, or whatever, and that's what they feel. I can't take that away from them. I clearly don't feel the same way, but
Into the windup.
their
Here comes
opinion.
the 0-2 pitch. And he
it's
missed
just like
it.
our parents, man. When our parents
That's a
would
nice
say,
take right there. You don't get too excited about somebody
you know,
taking a pitch, but a change
y'all don't know
right
nothing
there in
about
that
real
situation,
music,
two
you know.
strikes, that's good hit.
The Otis Reddings and
Here's the 1-2 delivery.
you know, the Curtis Mayfield and Al Green, those guys, that's real music, which even at my age, just to the ear, I appreciate all that old music because it was dope. James Brown and, you know, Barry White, you know, many others. I can't even name them all. Isaac Hayes, you know, it was dope music.
Tried to shoot
But
the corner and he missed it.
to your
2-2.
parents, most of them
Seventh
feel
pitch of
like,
the at-bat coming up.
you know, they couldn't get down with none of the hip hop stuff when we start, you know, when we was coming up. They weren't into all of that.
A swing and
So,
a miss on
I
a
get
ball
it.
way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers. Will move to the third with no score.
Oh Lord, y'all. My boy Tony and Game Changer still talking about Shazier. I love it, man. I love when you guys interact with each other. King Arthur, my bad, man. I didn't see it at first. He said, "What are your thoughts on the Cleveland Browns based on acquisitions this offseason? I think they should draft Saquon Barkley." I'll try to sum it up. I said a little bit about it earlier. I mean, I think they're trying to improve. I think they're doing a admirable job with the guys they're bringing in. I like the Landry signing. Rugged type of receiver, you know, a utility guy. Really like that for them. Outside of that, I don't know about Tyrod Taylor. I'm just not sold on that. I like Tyrod. You know, he's a Virginia product. A lot of you guys by now know this. I was born and raised in Virginia, in Richmond.
Pitch on the way.
You know, I've started my new life, so to speak, in Pennsylvania. I've been here a good amount of years now.
Here as he swipes this ball away, it stays a foul ball.
But I'm always root for a lot of Virginia boys. You know, he's a Virginia guy, so I like Tyrod. I liked him in college. He just hasn't been. Good pitch. He hasn't been the best pro quarterback. I don't know if he is the answer for Cleveland.
He might strike out for a second time right here.
You know, it's going to allow them to do some things. I just don't know if he's the guy. You know, I think they might still go quarterback in the draft.
Liner towards second.
Oh my God! Can we get a hit? But I like the signings. I like the Carlos Hyde signing again. Another big, rugged guy that they're going to use to run the football along with Duke Johnson. I don't know if they take Saquon now. Wouldn't be surprised if they did. You know, Cleveland, for the last couple of years, they've had like a three running back stable. But
smoke toward third.
I thought they were going to go with Saquon Barkley. What my opinion was, I thought they would do Saquon Barkley, right? Do that. Then they still can get a quarterback, one of the top guys, because, you know, it's roughly 6 of these guys whose names we're hearing. If you're picking at, you know, number 1 and number 4, you could get Saquon Barkley with the number 1 pick and still come back and get one of those guys with the 4th pick. Now I don't know. They might go another direction. So we'll just have to see.
So far for these guys, 6 up, 6 down.
Absolutely, man. When he was at Tech, and 757 know what time it is. I'm always going to rep VA. You know, like I said, I'm Pennsylvania. Been here quite a long time. This is where I call home. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going to be. So this is my second home. You know, I've adopted Pennsylvania the last several years. But I'm always going to be a Virginia boy, man. I'm born and raised. And 757 knows it's better than I do, being from the area, that Tidewater area, man. You know, it's a lot of talent that come out of there. You know, in all sports. You know what I'm saying? The Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Tidewater area, filled with athletes. So I definitely love Tyrod Taylor at Tech. You know, I definitely watched him quite a bit, you know, with them at that time playing Florida State, which, you know, you guys know I'm a fan of Florida State. But I just don't know, man. I don't know if he's been the best pro. No disrespect to him. And like I said, I've told you guys a long time ago, I don't call guys trash no more. You know, I've retired that. I would never call a pro athlete trash or bum. They made it further than I did. The most I would say is the guy is just not the best in his position. But I refuse to disrespect. And listen, you ain't got to live the way I live. If you say that, it's just talk. I know what it is. It ain't like you literally saying somebody trash. It's just talk. But what I'm saying, the reason why I don't is because, listen, man, you know, I don't know what it's like. You know, so I ain't going to disrespect the man saying he's a bum and he's trying. He got there. You know? So I just don't think he has been the best pro quarterback. Got some skill.
Well,
he can
doubled
still
up
make
on
plays
that slider,
with his
so
feet.
that tells me he's really feeling it at this
I
point
think
in the
when
game.
him going
Good
to
chance we'll see a
Buffalo
heavy dose
gave
of
him
that
a
slider
chance for
as this
people to
start
see what he
continues.
can do.
This one's down.
Wasn't going to get any love in Baltimore, obviously,
In
when he
time
was
to
there.
first,
So,
and there were 2 away.
I think he's done well for himself.
Good pitch right there to run a two-seamer
They sure enough
in on
did
his
call him
hands
a bootleg
and
Vic.
bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as a
Jason
result.
Taylor, absolutely. FSU, baby. FSU. I'm a Nose fan for life. For guys who don't know, I became a Nose fan in my early youth.
As he'll take a
For
look
some
at the
reason,
high
when I was a
strike
young
that
boy,
time,
I took
it's
a
nothing
liking
in
to Charlie
front.
Ward.
This guy's still looking
And
at
I
a
was like,
0 when they get called.
whoever that guy is, or whoever team he plays for, that's my college team, and the rest was history. That's how I became a Nose fan. A lot of people would have
Now the
expected,
0-1.
me growing up in Virginia, I would have been a Tech fan or UVA fan at the very least. But that's how it happened.
It's hard to do
Yeah,
anything
very
with that
similar
pitch
to the
unless you're
Steelers.
sitting on it and
Reason
catch
why
it out front before it breaks all the way in.
that's how I became a Steelers fan.
Wind up and the 0-2 pitch.
Actually having a
And
Steelers
it's
jersey
drifting
as a kid,
foul
2-3
back
years
into
old.
the
I got
stands.
pictures of it. And, playing Little League and being on a team that was the Steelers and saw him on TV, and I was like, oh, it's a natural connection. And that was it. And ironically, you guys know the story how I became a Pirates fan, and I'll tell it again if you haven't heard. But ironically, when I played Little League Baseball,
Now
one of the teams I played for were the Pirates. Beautiful animation. Let's take a look at that.
3 up.
I played for the Royals. That was probably my first Little League
Is
team.
out from the bullpen
But
now.
then the team I spent a little more time with, like 2 years with, I was the Pirates. So again, it's funny how those things connect. But I told you guys really, really quick, don't follow baseball like that. I haven't followed it extensively. By default, I was a guy that kind of followed the Yankees because I knew a lot of family that did. And, even my wife's family, her dad is a huge Yankee fan, being from the Bronx. So I kind of just followed them. Even, on another tip, I always rocked the Yankee fitted because I just thought that was the freshest. So by nature, I was following the Yankees. But since last year, I said I was going to start adopting, me actually following baseball. I said, you know what, I might as well be a Pirates fan. All of my other teams are Pennsylvania-based. And there you have it. So from here on out, beginning last year, I'll be a Pirates fan. Nice animation right there, man. MLB does a great job, man, with replicating. Amp Lee, woo-wee. Yeah, you naming them now, boy.
Up and away to start the inning.
Derek Brooks, Warwick Dunn. Oh God, Warwick Dunn was the man at Florida State. Yeah, man. He was the man.
Here it comes.
Funny, man, Amp Lee was a fairly slow running back.
Right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball?
In comparison, he was fairly slow. Kind of
reminds
reminds me of Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith was never really the fastest guy.
Very weakly on the
But Emmitt
ground.
Smith could hit that hole, though.
Ball, strike 2.
I always said that Emmitt Smith was so fast hitting the hole.
Here
He
he
definitely
comes on
wasn't a
ball
guy
and
that
2
had
strikes.
blazing speed.
This is hit well
Let's go.
toward left
Get it out of
field.
there.
Montuk racing back.
Let's go.
He won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And it's a good start
There
to
we
the
go.
inning for the Bucks. It's
There
a
we
leadoff
go.
double.
There we go. That was
Fielder
good.
really never had a chance at that
What I should have did, man,
It was over his
is
head.
see, I wasn't sure where it was
Bouncing
gonna
off
go.
the base of the wall,
So I was scared to
easy
keep
double.
running. I probably
Those
could have
are the
turned
kind
3
of
right there if I would have
shots
kept
anyone
running.
would feel good about.
I started him off late, from first.
Striding in once again, Josh Bell. A base
Yeah,
on his
animations
first
are
trip.
dope in this game, man. No question. No question. Let's see. High fastball. Nope. Look for something low.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh,
Close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
how long have y'all seen me struggle with the curve? Oh, Peter Ward. Woo! That dude was nasty, man. He was a freak. He kind of reminded me of, now, don't get me wrong, guys, for saying, hold on, I'll say it in a minute. Let me focus on
Has
this
a look,
pitch.
now the pitch. High fly
Uh-oh.
ball out to straightaway center.
Tag up. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Catch made out there.
Get there, get there, get there, get there, get. Oh!
And he is out at third base. It's
Oh,
a
I thought he was
double
with all that speed. I thought he was gonna be able to get out of there.
ready for another
Okay.
chance. Gregory Polanco.
So don't always
comes
go
into
with the
this
tips. I
at-bat
see.
0 for 1 in the
No, we just
ballgame.
killed ourselves right there. Peter Warrick, man, was
First pitch
to me.
on its way.
Hold on.
Now a swing and a chopper
To
foul
me,
right at home plate.
He reminded me of like how Deion Sanders was in the NFL. And what I
He's
mean by
ready.
that,
Here's the 0-1.
he was one of those guys, man, outside of,
Ball
you know,
that
Michael
time, not
Vick
even close.
in college. Because every time Vick had the ball in his hand, I was like, what's going to happen? But Peter Warrick, to me, was that guy for Florida State that, you know, I had a chance to really see. Like, yeah, I
Here's
didn't
the
see
1-1
Deion
pitch.
Sanders in college. You know what I mean?
Rolled slowly to
Wasn't
first.
of age to
To his
really
left.
see Deion Sanders in
And
college.
he'll
But
step on the bag himself, and the
Bruh,
inning is over. One
Peter
hit in the
Ward
inning,
is like
but
every
that gets
time he had
erased.
the
To
ball
the
in his
bottom of
hand, I'm
inning
like, what's this
number
guy
4
going
we
to do?
go.
He
And
was
we
my
are tied
Deion,
0-0.
you know, for Florida State. Because the kid was,
At the plate,
Jesus Christ, he
Jose
just was
Iglesias.
incredible.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Incredible.
They're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man.
Love
They've got
how,
to figure this guy out on the
my
mound. He's
era,
been great so
you
far.
know,
He has, but we'll
choosing
see if
to
this
tag
second
up there
trip through the
cost
order
me a
changes
run. I
anything.
probably would have had a
It'll be
chance to get a
interesting
run
see
there
what
had I
kind of
not done that.
adjustments these hitters are
So,
able to make
you know, that's
in the
user
middle
error
innings of
right
this
there.
game.
I should have used better this,
High in the air out toward shallow
a better
right.
judgment there.
Polanco has a read on it,
I was
looks it
thinking
into
his
glove,
speed was
and
going to
there's
get him
one
there,
gone.
but great throw by the outfielder there.
Digging in to try it again. Leonis Martinez.
Yeah, man, Amp.
He's 0 for 1 thus
Amp
far.
ain't had that speed, man. I forgot all about that happened to him when he was at the Vikings.
Here's the
You're
first pitch
absolutely
to
right.
him.
He was nice though.
Holds up here,
I used to
but
love the
pitches
way
a
he
cold
run. Like
strike
he
anyway.
was shifty, man.
Pitching
Amp
has the
Lee
upper
had
hand
some
early
moves.
as we're scoreless in inning number 4.
You know, enough proof again how sometimes it's not always about
Swing and a
your,
liner.
you know, your open field speed. I mean, look at Le'Veon Bell. If Le'Veon Bell even had Alvin Kamara's speed, just imagine how many long runs. Think about how many breakaway runs
0-2
Le'Veon Bell could have
delivery.
had he been
There's
fast.
a fastball that
Give
just
him
misses.
Ezekiel Elliott
1.
speed.
Wow, that's a tough
Come on.
pitch to take. 0-2
But Le'Veon
fastball
Bell, his value,
just
man, is
off the
in
corner, and I
his
mean
value
just
is
off the
clearly in how he runs the ball.
Set
You
to
know,
deal on a ball
his
and 2
shiftiness,
strikes.
what he can
Pitch
provide
there
out
as
the
he couldn't get
backfield,
extended on that one, and he's
all of
down
those
on
things,
strikes
obviously,
for
but
the
he's not a
second
breakaway
out.
runner. He's not a
That was
home run hitter.
Nasty looking slider that time.
Peter Ward was
Yeah,
nasty
that
to
was
choose.
really
Oh
well
my God, he
executed,
was.
Matt. A classic
That dude,
strikeout
that
pitch.
kid was
You think
incredible, man.
it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do. with
Ed
that.
Reed was. I'll say it to this day, man. Even as a Steelers fan, you know, some Steelers fans try to beat me up about it.
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
As a complete safety, ball hawk, Ed Reed, in my opinion, his ball skills as a pure safety, I put him
And here's a
ahead of
fastball called for strike
Palomalu.
1.
He's having a really good game. He's
I think
over
Palomalu,
70% first pitch strike.
from top
When you
to
get that
bottom,
first
probably
pitch strike
did
now, it
more
opens up the whole strike
than
zone,
Ed
and
Reed.
that's
But if
why
we're just
pitchers
talking
can
about
dominate,
a
and he's
center
doing that in
fielder,
this game.
Ed Reed was phenomenal, man.
Fly ball out to straight
Phenomenal.
left. Dickerson's there,
Like I said, I
and
could
the
go
inning
back
is
and
over.
forth with them, but many
Can't start any
occasions I
better
would
than
put
this. He set down
Ed
the
Reed
first 12.
one,
On to the
Palomalu
top
two.
of inning number 5
You know what I
we
mean?
go, and we are
As just
tied 0-0.
playing pure safety. You know, again,
Makes
Palomalu
his way
played in the
toward
box a
mound now
lot.
as he'll
You know,
appear in
he
his
was
sixth ball
really
game
the
of the
strong
spring.
safety. And a lot of times he would go and play deep. So that's why I don't put him and Ed Reed in the same category or
Here's the
conversation.
catcher,
People always
Francisco
trying to compare
Cervelli.
them.
Comes into this
You know, I
at-bat
think
0 for
with
1 in
Ed
the
Reed's
ballgame.
skill set, he's one of the best to ever do it.
Cervelli.
Palomalu was just real versatile.
Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
Now, a mid-90s fastball is no joke, and that's proof right there.
Oh, really?
Right
Kamara ran.
by.
Oh, well, see,
And it
I
looks
didn't
like
know
the
that.
right-handers
But
can
Alvin
knock the throw on the
Kamara,
Tiger bullpen.
tell me, does he not look faster than Le'Veon Bell in
Lined up
motion?
and the 0-1.
In open field?
And the change.
So I had no
ready
idea.
that time.
See, I don't check all of the 40 stats. Okay, well, see, Game Changer said he ran a 4.5.
From the windup,
See, I don't know which
1-1
one of y'all are
pitch.
right.
Hit on the ground out to short.
It seemed like y'all got a
And that's
discrepancy
through for
there.
a base hit, making
But
1 for 2
my
in
point
this
is,
So the leadoff man is
in open field. Alvin Kamara looks much faster than Le'Veon Bell. He breaks away.
And because he got the barrel in the right
Well,
place,
let's just say Ezekiel Elliott then. Let's go with Zeke. Since we know Zeke is pretty fast. I don't remember when he ran in the 40. But Le'Veon Bell doesn't have breakaway speed at all. You know, he just doesn't. You know, he's quick. And maybe if he's 30 yards out, he might get it. Why? Why did I do that? Maybe if he's on the 30, you know, he might can get a 30-yard run. But he's not a blazer. So I'm just saying Le'Veon Bell's speed is not his strength. His value is in other places, is what I'm saying. You know, however we want to compare the guys, I really wasn't, you know, I'll let you guys do that, but my intention wasn't to compare the running backs. I'm just saying, speaking from the behalf of Le'Veon Bell, if he was a speedster, imagine how many more touchdowns he probably could have. You know, with his moves and how often he is in open field, if he had any speed, would be ridiculous. And I'm not trying to call the man slow, but I mean, let's face it, he's not a blazer. You know, in comparison to other guys who have real speed.
And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
But like I said, I'll leave it up to y'all with the 40-time comparisons. I don't remember all of that. I don't remember what Kareem Hunt ran. I see one of you guys is saying that. I don't even remember what Zeke ran, but I know what Zeke looked a lot faster than Le'Veon Bell in the open field.
He's ready.
So,
here's the first offering.
I do know Saquon Barkley ran a 4.4.
Well, that's such a great
Le'Veon Bell won't that fast.
It's so hard to lay off a changeup when you're looking for the
and don't get me wrong, guys. When we're talking about 40s. Oh, hold on.
Hit out to the second. Played on the backhand.
If 757 is still in here, I'm sure he will agree with this, you know, with him actually playing professional football.
Halfway home, still no score.
When you talk about 40 times, a lot of times us average consumers or viewers, I guess you would say, of the NFL will call a guy slow and this and that. People don't even realize how fast, technically, as a human, that you're really moving even at 4.6 or 4.5. 4.5 is not slow. Now, 4.5 is maybe not that fast in compared to a 4.3, but let's not get it twisted, because people often do that. Say, oh, man, that guy was super slow and he ran a 4.5. That dude is running pretty fast. Pretty fast he's running. It's just that it might not be blazing speed. You feel me? But he's running pretty fast. You know, we're only talking about tenths of a second here, but, you know, obviously your 4.3 guys are elite. And those guys have phenomenal breakout speed.
Takes a look at one catching the outside
so
corner.
Even though, you know, Le'Veon, if he ran a 4.6, I think that's what he ran in the combine, he's still moving pretty fast.
Now the 0-1
at his size. So let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying he won't really pull away from people.
Up into the concourse area.
You know what? I think so. I think Jameis Winston can still be a franchise guy. I'm not ready to, you know, pack up on Jameis yet. I think he has the, you know, the attributes. Jameis showed me a little bit of improvement in some games I watched last year with Tampa Bay, but he also showed me times that he seems like he doesn't trust sometimes his decision. If that makes sense. Like watching him, sometimes it seems like he holds the ball a little bit in times where he should have thrown it, and then he'll throw it late. You know, so there are times where he seems to not trust what he sees. But, you know, I saw some games last year where they came back. You know, he's got to get a little bit better with his accuracy, I think. But yeah, I think Jameis could be a franchise guy. I mean, you know, I always keep in mind, you know, when I judge players in general, their age. You know, Jameis is still a young guy. You know, he has plenty of time. Still a relatively young guy. You know, so I think he'll be fine. You know, sometimes it takes quarterbacks a while. You know, we don't always get the Carson Carson Wentz.
Yeah, that
Or,
remains
you
to
know,
be seen.
not to be
Hey,
biased
that's a
here.
classic piece
You don't
of
always
pitching
get
right
a
there.
Roethlisberger that
Back
comes
hitters
in,
away from the plate
you
to
know,
make them a
relieves
little
the
bit
starter
uncomfortable. Now,
and wins
you can go
14 games
inside
in his
or
rookie year and then
outside.
comes
I like
back
that purpose pitch.
and wins the
Boy,
Super
that was
Bowl
filthy
in his
right
second
there.
year.
That
You
was
don't
a
always
great
get that.
indicator of how
You don't
well
always
he's
get,
throwing the ball.
again, a Carson Wentz type guy that clearly excelled in his second season.
Down in order go the Tigers.
You know, sometimes it takes a
Sixth
while
inning
for
coming up.
quarterbacks,
Still
you know, to
zip.
get into their groove, man. Yeah, 757 said they really don't. 4.5. Yeah, man, 4.5 is rolling. Like, you balling. 4.3 is world-class speed, football speed, and play anticipation makes most plays, not just speed.
Ready once again.
Round of applause to my boy
He'll look to get
757.
something going.
Oh, good hit.
Now gets down and he's got
Yeah,
his
757
So
summed it up
man
perfect, man.
reaches in
4
there
or
half
5
of the
is
sixth.
rolling.
That's what you call
You
going
know what I'm
to the
saying?
game plan.
It's just like he said, it's not, you know, 4.3 is like phenomenal speed, world class speed, but 4 or 5, you fly. And football speed makes all the difference in the world. I mean, again, like we talked about guys like Luke Kuechly. I don't know, but I'm assuming he didn't run a super fast 40, probably a decent 40 for a linebacker, but look how he played. It's all over the field. You know, so speed don't mean everything. But then again, taking it back to a Ryan Shazier, because he's so fast and quick, he can compensate for a lot of errors. Oh, let's go.
After it is Martin.
Oh, come on.
Nice play.
You know, he can compensate for a lot of errors because he has that little extra speed. But yeah, a lot of players play way faster than, you know, with their 40 times. So.
2-for-2 line into this appearance.
You run a 4-4? Yeah, you blazing, bro. What position you play, game changer? You running. You running at 4-4. You flying. Why did I swing at that guy? Every time y'all see me do something good, I do something stupid, right? Seems like that's the trend. We gonna change that trend. We're going to change that trend this week. I'm really going to lock in and get better at this game, man. At least hitting. We're going to get better at this, man. We're going to improve together, man. Let's see, maybe a change up.
Ready with the 0-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Marista. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Should the Chargers take a quarterback? Ooh. Good question.
He was hustling all the way.
That's almost the same type of question that people probably have for the Steelers. You would expect Phillip Rivers to be in the same boat as a Ben Roethlisberger.
Josh Bell, the next.
I honestly would say that maybe I would say the Chargers should take a quarterback more so than the Steelers. And I'm not trying to say, you know, I'm not comparing Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger, but one would think, you know, Rivers might be tired of being there. You know, he might be tired of being there. So I think if you're the Chargers, I don't think you have this. You don't get the element that you get from Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger basically has been in a winning culture for the last couple seasons. You know, he has, at least in his heart, he feels like the Steelers have a chance. I don't think Phillip Rivers feels that they are winning or they have a winning culture. So if I were them, maybe you get a quarterback just in case. You know, because Phillip Rivers might not play 2 or 3 more years. You know, Roethlisberger is saying he wants to, which we don't know if that's true. But because of Rivers' age in this whole thing and the fact that they don't have a winning culture, no disrespect, Chargers, but y'all know what it is, maybe you go ahead and pull the trigger if the guy is there. You know, if your guy is there, why not? You know? What up, Dez? My boy Dez in the building. Yeah, man. Shazier running a 4-3 was just insane. Just like that boy, Shaquem Griffin. I hope somebody gives him a shot. Honestly, man, I hope the Steelers take a shot at him if he's there late. You know, the elephant in the room, obviously, man, is the fact that, you know, he only has one hand. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. But I think some things that he has going. Oh, good hit.
extra bases, and there goes the perfect game.
I think some things he has going for him. Let me show y'all something that I really love about this game. Let me show y'all. I'm sure they're going to show the replay, but we're going to go into replay ourselves.
I know it's only the 6th inning, but
I've talked about this before. I love how MLB, then I'll get back to Shaquem Griffin here in a minute. I've talked about this before, man, but I love how MLB the show for the most part. You know, I can't say all the time. I love how it allows things to at least appear organic. We all know every single game has animations. Everybody knows that. But what I love about this right here, right? It didn't allow my guy to warp to the ball. They allowed this to play out. You always hear me talk about relative position in Madden. This guy wasn't in position. His relative position, look at this. First of all, he ducks because it's a heater. It's coming right at him, right? But then he can't make this play. It's too high. So what they did well right here is they replicated the fact that he's like, whoa, it came at him fast because it was a heater coming down the pike. But then also, he's not in position to make the play. So you didn't see any warp or anything happen there. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I got to take dinner out of the oven. Hold on, I'll be right back. Actually, I'm going to keep talking so you guys can hear me talking. But yeah, you see what I'm trying to say? He did not warp into position, which is great. You got to love that. It's all about replication. And MLB does a phenomenal job at doing that. All right, guys. Coming right back to you. Most of y'all would know when I'm not in the man cave. It's very convenient for me to be right here in the dining room. So I can easily walk over to the oven and take dinner out of it. All right, so here we go. What were you guys saying? Yeah. I agree with my boy Dez, man. The Griffin kid should go early, man. I mean, listen, the thing about him, in my opinion, what makes him special, even if you want to, let's be honest, man. Of course, like I said, the elephant in the room. I'm sure teams are going to ask themselves about that. What do we do? The kid has one arm, one hand. I get it. But at the same time,
now a bunt attempt here, and he'll lunge forward to
at the same time, he hasn't had his hand since he was 4 years old, which means he more than knows how to maneuver with it. Performed very well in the combine. Even showed him catching the ball. And just put his tape on. You put his tape on, I mean, there's no question this kid is a baller. And he ran a 4.3. At the very worst, you put him on your special team. Maybe throw him out there in sub-package football. I just hope he gets a shot, man, because anybody who has beat those odds, he deserves a shot, and he can ball. That's the thing. The kid can play. You know what I'm saying? He can ball. That's what I like. So I would love for somebody to give him a chance, but like I said, if he there late, I would love to see the Steelers go after him. But we could definitely use some depth. Take a chance. And, like some other guys, some of the analysts were saying, can you imagine the boost that he gives to your team, when they see how hard this guy's playing, how well he's getting something done with his handicap. You know what I mean? Come on. I got to get this kid. I got to get him out of here. I'm trying to get this last battle. This one guy. And there's ball 4
as this one gets away a bit. Throw goes over to third, and he's safe.
I got to get him out of there now. His energy he's done. Should have made the switch earlier than that. But see, these are the things I'm going to learn, guys, as I play this game. How to manage the game. But yeah, man, I just hope somebody gives him a chance, man. I think he deserves it. Yeah, that's true. Seattle might take him. You know, like you said, his twin brother is there. I didn't even know they was twins. You know, I knew nothing about the Griffin brothers until, you know, I saw him in the combine. I didn't know anything about him at all. So, you know, for you guys that didn't know that, you know, Shaq, well, they both could be called Shaq, but Shaquille, I think is his brother's name, is the cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks, which in game he looks a lot like Richard Sherman, you know, with the dreads, and he wears 26. Sherman wears 25, obviously, but, you know, if you glanced at it, you would have thought that it was Sherman out there who actually had to take over a lot with Sherman being out. That's his twin brother. So you're right. You know, if he hangs around and Seattle has a chance to get him, they might get him, you know. But like I said, I would love to see my Steelers grab him up. Wow. 757 said the man was the defensive player of the year in his conference. See, come, give that man a shot, man. Give him a shot. Give that boy a shot.
First offering on its way.
Come on, man.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And the runners will stay put here on
Give
ball
him a shot,
one.
man.
Runners going. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw.
Did we get him?
Time as he just does
Ah.
get in there ahead of the throw.
Oh, we got him.
You know, I like
Thought we
it.
got him.
There. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying
Yeah,
to
his pursuit
manufacture
is.
something by
I've seen
forcing
some
the
of his
action.
film. I'm
We'll
actually
see
going
if
to go
it
back
works
and
out
look
for
at
him.
some more. Go back and look at some more, man. But yeah, that guy, he looks like a baller.
1-1. Here it is. And a ball popped.
Man, we in a
right
dangerous
side
position
out
right
of
here.
play.
They're trying to get us out the paint right here, guys.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ah,
And he
they're
lays
trying
out
to
the
get a
pitch
run on us
outside
right
as they
now. We
draw
got to do a
even
good
at 2-2.
pitching job here.
Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way.
Oh, get there.
And this is popped
Get there.
foul
Get
off
there.
To the right and back into the
Oh,
seats.
thought I had it.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Here's another 2-2. And here's a ball hitting.
Ah.
Coming on. And the runner from third.
What is he
crosses
doing?
the plate.
Oh,
And they're
I hit the
knocking it
cutoff
piece
button by
into the
accident.
plate.
Wow, guys, I should have just threw it straight to home. That was my blow right there. That was all on me. Kobe's letting me know with that facial expression. That was all my fault right there.
Old game. This is the new school.
Leonis Martin comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Now, I'm sure these
Yeah, man.
infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make
Yeah,
a
man,
turn
that
to
kid,
turn
he's a
2.
stud, man, with one hand. You know what I'm saying?
In, it's
But
a
the
ball
beauty
and
of it,
strike.
though, you know, is the
Runner
fact
at
that he
first
has
and
his
1 man
whole
out.
arm, you know, all the way to like the
He
wrist.
pulls this one
Oh,
into
wow.
right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base
They
hit.
about to work us now.
And they'll have runners at second. And
About to
third.
work us now. Here it comes. Here comes the work.
I like it.
They're about to give us that work.
Fastball and good things happen.
Digging in once again.
The game can
Miguel
change
Cabrera,
just like that.
0 for 2 on the
Just like
afternoon
that,
so
the game
far.
can change.
He's set. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Just like that. You see how
This good
fast the
hitter,
game can
man, that
change?
strike 1 becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now
That's
you
why
can
it's going to be
control that
fun,
bat.
man, playing,
And that misses
like
1-1.
really diving in and playing franchise.
1-1
in this,
pitch coming now to
because you just
Cabrera.
never know what's going to happen.
And that pitch catches
And,
the
you know,
inside
obviously I
corner.
won't be able to play all 180 something. So some of the games we'll
Hoping to
just,
send him packing.
you know, we'll just
Pitch
do
on
some
its way.
managing. And like I said, you guys that
And
are
this is
into
gonna be a
baseball,
foul
maybe y'all can
ball
help me
amongst
with those
the
decisions.
spectators. Runners are at
But
second and third with
I'm
1
going
down.
to stick with it this year. That is a bet.
Hit the other way out toward right
That is a
field.
promise.
Polanco has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And
Ah.
he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI.
Game
It's
changer.
now
All right, man. I'll holler at you,
ball
man.
game.
Appreciate you coming through, brother. Really appreciate that. My man King Arthur said, the world views unconventional or non-traditional players as a threat to how we do things or how it always been
Nick
done by
Castellanos
the
now.
greats.
0 for 2 on his
Like how
line
they
thus far.
battled mobile quarterbacks and Vic and embraced the part. Yeah, man. Hey,
Here comes the first pitch.
you saying it right there, man.
And there's a pitch
You have a
that
great
just
point right
misses
there.
the inside corner.
With the runner on third,
That's
two
what I'm
outs,
saying. I
base
hope
open,
a
and
team
good at the
steps
plate.
up
You
and
have to
takes
be
him.
smart
You
and
know,
not
I
give
really
in.
hope that
If you
happens.
want this guy, so what? It's a
I
lot
really
worse
hope that
if you
happens.
give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
In
We got to
there,
get this guy
1-1.
out of here. My man ain't even got no. His meter ain't even showing up for me no more.
Line to the right side. Polanco Polanco
There you go.
is there, and he'll make the catch
All right,
to retire
Polanco.
the side. So 3 runs.
Daniel might have to put somebody else in there.
Stump is out from the plate.
For the Tigers,
Warm somebody else up.
68, Daniel.
Yo, what does SU mean, man? What do all these things mean? I'm assuming the RP is relief pitcher. I think that's closing pitcher. I don't know what SU means. So before I put somebody in the bullpen, y'all help me out with that. I know I'm putting the right guy in.
Gregory Polanco stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that's the same treatment, man. It's funny what my man King Arthur is saying. It's Lamar, what's his name? Lamar Jackson is getting the same treatment right now, even after seeing how mobile quarterbacks can be an asset. You know, they're treating this guy the same way. But we'll see.
Fly ball out to straightaway right.
Yanked it.
Is there.
I actually think, I mean, just watching Lamar Jackson play,
Now batting.
I haven't watched him extensively, but he needs to work on his accuracy.
Digging in and looking for more.
Definitely needs to work on his accuracy.
He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
He doesn't appear to be a pocket first type of guy.
First pitch on its way. Takes
So,
this the other
we'll
way
see.
to right. And
We'll see.
into the outfield
But in
for
an
a
open field,
base hit.
you know, so you think read option.
Stay on the ball and use the whole field.
And like 757 said earlier, RPOs, you think that would be, like he was saying for Tyrod, you would think that's where Lamar Jackson will kill. And you know, and we've seen the mobile quarterback work in the NFL. But
now, Colin Moran.
again, I don't know, you know, just judging Lamar Jackson as a pocket guy, I think he needs to work on his accuracy.
Here it comes.
You know, that's what I've seen with my own 2 eyes. He needs to be a little more accurate.
Hey, that's a base hit right there. Now they got 2 runners on. This
Ronnie Simpson, you said setup, man. What's that mean? I'm not sure what you responded to. You responded to my question about the SU. Well, so what does that mean? If a pitcher is a setup pitcher, what's that mean? Telling you, I'm leaning on you guys heavily, man, to help me out with this baseball thing. I just play this game because it's a great game, you know. That's the makings, in my opinion, of a phenomenal sports game, a great simulation game where I don't even really know the sport that well, but can enjoy playing. That's, say it all the time, that's where Madden has to get. It needs to be a great experience, even if somebody doesn't know football.
That's taken now, and it's 2-0 to the Pirates shortstop.
Boy, he better
All
get
right,
it
what's
back
he gonna
together
do?
here quick because he's got
Probably
2 guys
gonna
on
throw us
already. He's starting to lose
fastball.
location of that strike
Probably
zone.
try to
He's
stick
gotta
with
throw
what
a
he know.
strike right here.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch.
There we go. Let's go.
That's in there.
Send him.
Base hit.
Oh, no, send him.
The relay throw, and he will make it back in there. He's safe at 3rd.
That was my fault again. Y'all know what the base running. That was my blow. I sent them all instead of just the individual guy. I should have sent the third bait, the guy that was on 3rd. That was an easy run right there, and I blew it.
Adam Frazier, as he'll take a look at the pitch.
I blew it. Setup man comes in the 8th inning. Okay, so he just pitches. That's right. So, okay, well, yeah, I've seen that in baseball. So, I've always wondered exactly what they were doing when they bring a guy in for 1 inning and then your closer usually comes in the 9th. Okay, okay.
And this is on the
Ah!
to Iglesias for 1.
Woo!
But it's too late, and
Ooh, we got lucky right there, guys. We got lucky right there and got us a run.
Double play off the bat, but that was some great hustle to beat the throw at first. Keeps the inning alive, and
you know what?
You
think he should have in the real world? Let me ask y'all that. And I'm asking this for a real reason. In real baseball, for you guys who really watch it, or just just a guy who just has common knowledge, should he have taken Let's see. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. What should he have done here? Should he have tagged first? Or do you try to make the throw first? For guys who really watch baseball, do you think he should have tried to tag the bag really quick, then make the throw the second? Or was this the right play? Now, the reason why I asked that question, I noticed even in MLB The Show 17, they advertise the fact that guys will make real decisions. I love the fact that I can even argue that. So if some of you guys who know baseball come back and say, yeah, man, I would like to have seen him tag first, then I love the fact that this guy made a decision. And y'all hear me talk about this in Madden all the time when I'm talking about zone coverage. They don't have to make the play, just like this guy. But I want to see AI be dynamic to where this individual guy, maybe based on his awareness, et cetera, he decided to go this route versus maybe another player will tag up the bag first. You see what I'm saying? And you can see that organic AI. And it would be believable for us to say, oh, yeah, well, he may have thought to go that way. See what I'm saying? Wait, let me go back to what, Ron was saying. Comes in before the closer. Most of the hold on, I'll read it in a second. I don't want to miss this pitch.
Josh Harrison stands in as he lets it in the right field. Moving under it.
Comes in before the closer. Most of the time it's in the 8th inning, then the closers in the 9th. Okay. Appreciate you guys clearing that up for me.
And that's all. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Detroit is out in front, 3-1.
Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate y'all definitely giving me that explanation there. So traditionally in baseball, from what I'm getting from you guys is you definitely have a starter, then you have a guy, a relief guy, right? The relief guy usually pitches a few innings, gets you to the 8th. Now I'm guessing the manager can decide they want to leave the relief guy out there, but traditionally what they might do is go with a setup guy, and then you get your closer in there to finish out the game. Like much like, again, when I followed the Yankees for the most part, as an honorary fan, Mariano Rivera, that was a closing pitcher. That guy used to come in and do one job only in the ninth inning. So yeah, I get it now. Thank y'all for giving me that info.
Line toward right center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
I'm going to show y'all something else here in a minute.
And he'll pull into second with one away.
Show y'all something else in the replay that I love again about this game. I pointed this out when I was playing this last year.
It makes a big difference. So double here goes a
Let me show you what I like right here. Beautiful stuff right here. All right, let's go to it. Relative positioning and mattering, and once again, don't matter how hard I was trying to run, because I was using this guy, as you guys saw. I was controlling him. Oops. I was controlling this guy. I believe that's Polanco. And look, I had to make the decision right here. Watch it. I'm going to change direction. Watch. Right here. When I saw the ball, I said, oh, I need to angle that to try to get there, and I couldn't get there. Okay? They didn't warp me to the ball. I can't get there. And I even tried to angle it and run at more of the angle to get there, and I couldn't get there. Players' relative positioning has to matter at all times, especially in a football game. Has to matter.
Take a breaking ball then off the plate for ball one.
It has to matter, man. It can't be where you can just do whatever you want to do.
Here's the 1-0.
We might actually get 3 games in, guys. I was planning to stream till no later than 7.
That's a 2-0 count, and both
we're already in the 7th inning. We might be able to get another game.
Popped up. Under it is Mercer. 2 away now.
At least this one is a little more competitive. So clearly we were just outmatched against the Baltimore Orioles.
Effort for him to this point.
Oh,
Straightens him up with
almost
a
hit him.
fastball that time. It's ball one.
And I like how their control changes throughout
Anytime you buzz the
pitching
towel
as
like
well.
that,
Like,
there's reason for people
you
to
know,
start getting a little
early on
bit
in the innings
Ball
or
two
early
now.
on in the game,
just looks
even if you
locked
don't
into
get
the
it
plate
right on the
right now
line,
to
it's
me.
not a perfect
His
pitch.
numbers in
Their
recent
control
games
is
have been
still a
very
little
good, and
better
those were two
than what it
stone-cold
would be.
things right
Ooh,
there that
beautiful.
put himself in a great
You know, but
hitter's
as the game progresses or as they give up hits and things like that, even the control starts to wane. And I love that. As I say that, then I just give up a run right
And
there.
he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on
Look,
second.
my
to
meter
see
is
the
gone
ball has
again.
gotten away enough to move to third.
And
That's an interesting question, James. I don't know if he was the right guy, but I'm not mad at the signing. I understand why they did the 3-year signing as well. And it's crazy that they fully guaranteed his contract, which I like. That might help football players going forward. But everybody figured that Kirk Cousins was going to break the bank. Everyone figured that he probably was going to get over $100 million for a long-term deal. So what the Vikings do, they give him from pretty much a short-term deal, guarantee his contract. So even with that, they still pay a little less than what they would have, you would expect him to have got in a long-term deal. Let's say they signed him for 5 or 6 years. It probably would have been 100 plus, 120, something like that. And if he plays that whole time, he gets the full contract, which even if they would have did a deal like that, you would have expected his guarantee to at least be 70, after looking at, oh, good hit. Let's go. After seeing what, what's your boy, the Redskins grabbed. After seeing what Alex Smith got, you would have expected his guarantee to be at least be 70. So what if he plays out that full contract? You paying him 100 plus million. So it's not as crazy as it seems or sounds. The crazy part, which we've never seen before, is the fully guaranteed contract. Oh, let's go. But like I said, I love the fact that it happened, because now you might be able to get more NFL players a fully guaranteed contract. But I think, I think Kirk Cousins will give him at least what Case Keenum got him. So I think it was a good decision. And I'm not, disrespecting Keenum. I'm just saying I don't think Kirk Cousins got the respect he should have gotten. I think just with the Redskins, he just didn't have as much help defensively to help him. You know what I mean? I don't think Kirk Cousins is a bad quarterback at all. Some people think he's a bum. I don't. I think he's a serviceable quarterback. And when he's on, he's on. So we'll see how it works out. I think, he's in a better situation, so defensively, he's going to have some help. So we'll see. We'll see if it was the right decision. I think he's actually going to do some work in Minnesota. That's my opinion. Oh, why did I? No chance of hitting that. But yeah, I think he's going to do some work out there in Minnesota.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this
thing. I think he's going to do some work out there.
Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
From the stretch. And this one's in the dirt.
Why did I swing at that? Guys, what is wrong with the way I'm swinging? What is wrong with me now? My eye is going awry. Uh-oh, here we go.
Here's the pitch.
Let's go.
Toward the hole, and it's through. A base hit. The throw home. But not in time as the run scores.
Let's go.
The lead is trimmed to 1.
That was good. That was good right there.
Strike out to get the base hit and drive a run in. That is really a special feeling. But man,
that was good. Finally did something right, guys. I mean, everybody got to run anyway for being 2 outs.
Into the box now, Colin Moran. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Much more competitive game here, guys. Oh,
that missed,
got
and he's
me
behind
with the
1-2.
cutter again. I think he's gonna come back with the curve.
Now here's
There
a
it is.
bouncing ball headed for a
That was the
base
curve.
hit short.
I think that was the curveball.
Marista for the
I knew it was
force,
coming.
and that ends the inning.
All right, so I got me a run, got me a little run action.
Half of the 8th straight ahead. The
Little
Tigers
action
lead it
boss.
3-2.
All right, so let's get that other guy up in there. Oh, I didn't put him in.
Second baseman, Alexi Marista.
I'm gonna just put him in there.
George Cantos.
Oh well, he's not warm, but we're gonna just throw him in there anyway.
Number 70, George Cantos.
And don't forget, guys, man, if you're liking what you see, if you enjoy yourself, man, don't forget to hit that like button. Help your boy out. Share the stream. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Got lots of content to provide to you guys going forward. We're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have some fun together, especially with this MLB. What do you think are the chances we get offense and defensive coordinators in Madden this year in dynamic weather? Somebody else asked that earlier about the coordinators. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's hard, man, for me to say. I mean, y'all know the obvious reason, man. With me working with the devs and knowing future things, it's always hard for me to answer those questions because I got to be very careful. Obviously, those are things that have been talked about. So let's say I say something like, oh, man, it's a good chance that a certain thing is going to make it in that year's game, and it does, and I say that before it's advertised. That could be perceived as me giving information beforehand. You see what I'm saying? So I have to be very careful about those things. I really don't know the chances, man. I don't know as far as CFM. I would love for that to happen. I mean, like I said, I know we've talked about that with the devs. We've answered questions and questionnaires and stuff like that. But I don't know. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see really what direction they want to take the game in terms of CFM. Dynamic weather, again, that's another thing that I feel like it seems like it could be a possibility because of the fact of the Frostbite engine. Other games already having it.
First pitch has him
The
dancing.
Battlefields
It's ball one.
having
That's
it.
not what they were looking for when they brought him in
but
the game. First pitch nearly hits
we'll
the
see.
first batter he's facing.
We'll see.
That's a little bit to be concerned if you're the manager.
And he'll steer clear of the
Got a broken
flying
bat right
debris
there.
to make the
I hope
catch here
so.
for the
I
first
really
down.
do. I mean, more so than
Move into the on-deck circle now.
as much as I want to see
Something
the
started
dynamic
here with
weather,
one
I
gun in
want
the
it to
inning.
affect the game, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to just be in there. And I'm sure that's what a lot of us are saying as well.
Waves a
But I
slider
want
up
dynamic
high, but it's
weather
taken for
that
a
has a
strike.
direct effect on the gameplay. So more than just the slip that we see now, the predetermined slip, with when it rains. I want it to really mean something. Like when I'm talking dynamic weather, let's say game starts at 1 and the weather they're saying, the forecast is saying around 2:30, 3 o'clock. They're expecting heavy wind, right? Wind comes in. Now it's harder to throw the ball. The ball is going all over the place. Like how it does in kicks. Like apply that wind to the passing game. You feel me?
To deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
That's what I want to see
Just
happen.
a bit high that time as he misses.
Or it start raining and guys, slipping or they can't catch the ball as easy. They fumbling, that kind of stuff. That's my dream when I think about dynamic weather. So if you're gonna do all of that,
really good pitching from
sure,
these guys in this
bring it
one.
in. But I don't want to see it just thrown in partially. Oh, now the weather can change, and we don't know what the weather might be during the game, but it doesn't affect the game. And to me, that'll be useless. No, it's all good, King Arthur. It's all good. And I know you weren't trying to do that. That's why I just try to explain those things so you guys kind of know and can have an expectation as far as what I can say, what I'm willing to say and stuff like that. So, I don't think you were doing that with any type of malintent. I mean, it was a question, good question, by the way. let's just say I hope so, man, for both. I really want to see more things affect
he makes the play,
the
and
game.
that'll end the inning.
You know, having offensive, defensive coordinators would be great.
3 down for Detroit.
Think about now if you put that in the
3-2
game,
ball
right? And the game plan and stuff, you know, you allow these guys to come up with the plan. So imagine it being to where the suggested play is actually coming from the coordinator. That would be dope. You know what? I might make a video about that. I need to make a topical video like that any day. I might do that here soon. I want to see it where the coordinators would be your suggested play, right? But you as the head coach can override it. If you don't like the play call, you can override it. But if you go to the suggested play, that's the play that the coordinator is putting out there. You could also create a game plan. Would be dope, right? Love to see that. And that's how you can have it really matter. Because some people will say, well, what difference does it make if you have a coordinator? But that's how you can make those things matter. You know, you have to incorporate it like that so you can feel like, you know, you're hiring the right guy for the job and they're using your scheme. Maybe even the coordinator sometimes might even throw certain guys in the game, right? So maybe they call a certain package and this particular guy is now in the lineup because he fits the scheme better for that particular play. It could get crazy like that. Sub-package football. Think about defense. See what I'm saying? That's what I would want the coordinators to do. To have that type of responsibility. And like I said, if you're controlling it as a head coach, you can override it and you can say, well, nah, I don't like that play. Then you're making it dope. That's when it would be dope.
Coming to the plate now, Adam Frazier, 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one.
That's a tough question, James, man, because
he's set and the pitch.
I like to lump gameplay and CFM all into one because to me, anything that you do on field would translate to things done off field and vice versa. As much as I want a ton of things, as much as I want a ton of things done in CFM, if it doesn't translate on field, it's useless. But to answer your question, I would rather see gameplay hit first. He got me with the changeup. I would rather see gameplay hit first and then patch in immersion. So if you could patch in different things that can now be done in CFM, that's the way I would prefer. I would prefer the gameplay to come out of the gate firing. You know, and then you add in the additional stuff. That to me would be the way I would prefer it. Oh, good hit. Nope. Didn't get no air under it. But yeah, that would be my preference. So all right, guys, it's 5:56, man. I guess we could try to get another one in. I will be stopping by 7 p.m. Eastern, which is roughly right now an hour and 4 minutes away. All right, just giving y'all that heads up.
So that'll just about do it for my partners here.
Yeah, and if the coordinator calls the right play and the team makes a play with the call, they give a certain position on DA boost. Love that. I love that. I do think it'll make hiring OCs and DCs better if they have a direct effect on certain positions with a negative impact on others. Come on, man. Now we talking. So yeah, I would love it to work just like that. And like I said, man, I appreciate you giving me that idea. I think I'm gonna do an actual video on that. You know, again, just so that everybody else in the community knows that that's something that we've thought about, as well as, you know, just to give it to the devs in video format. So let's skip around, guys. Let's skip around to, let's see. We'll do one more. Let's say let's play the Phillies. Let's get to this game. We'll skip all the way down to that. And then, you know, tomorrow we'll jump into the regular season. And what we'll do in tomorrow's stream, we'll come in and look at some of the things that's going on as far as you know, some of the transactions and stuff like that. You know, like I said, I got to learn how to get acclimated to franchise mode in MLB The Show so we can hit the ground running when 18 drops. We'll play here. Let's put some rain on the field. Let's try that out. All right. So who's starting? Musgrove. Not that great, though it looks. Let's see. Who else we want to start? Everybody else is kind of tired, it looks like. So it looks like he's the next up. We might as well start him. What's up? My Magic? Is that how you pronounce it? My MAJC? Is it supposed to be Magic? Yes, I would love to see coordinators offer advice on players for free agency signing, draft, cutting player. Yeah. We getting somewhere.
Here on MLB Network. Today it's Grapefruit League
we need a new challenge system that allows you to pick exactly what you're trying to challenge. Amen, brother. Remember 2K5 had that. 2K5 had that. Do you like MLB The Show's franchise mode? Can't really say with confidence, Bills Mafia, because, you know, I'm fairly new to MLB The Show. You know, I played it a little bit when this game first came out. Played a few streams, but I didn't keep up with it. My plans for 18 is to keep up with it, and that's what I'm doing this week. If you're new to the channel, I'm playing MLB The Show this entire week. All of my streams, which will be tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. Got this extra stream day in today in case I can't get one of those streams. All I'm going to play is MLB The Show and try to go through and dissect franchise mode, try to learn as much about it as I can. And I will be playing it extensively with MLB The Show 18. Once again, guys, relative position. It didn't warp me into position with the third baseman. This stuff has to matter.
First guy leads off with a leadoff hit. Now he's in a stretch.
Beautiful replay right here.
He's able to get through the rest of the inning. Maybe get a
I was controlling that guy. Well, they didn't show the whole thing. I couldn't get there. I like that. Really like that. Couldn't get there.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez. Checked his swing there and pops this one up.
Oh, okay. Alex. What up, what up? I'm glad I pronounced your name right there.
0-1 count and the pitch.
Yeah.
Foul over towards the dugout.
Those are my thoughts.
Fouls off that fastball right
Shout outs
there,
again to King Arthur, man, for bringing that up.
Fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row.
Change up.
Down and away, it's a ball in 2
What do you think
strikes.
about player-specific juke packages and removing the fake out? Oh, man. I'm fully in favor of that. You know, I think that just only gets us closer to, you know, having, you know, player differentials.
And here's a ball
You
hit
know,
in the
being
air.
able to differentiate.
Ran
Oh!
onto the grass, but this will land untouched.
Now that I love. Look at this. The ref, the ump, or whatever you call him. No, he's not the ump. He's one of the, I guess, what do you call them, refs? The umpire is the guy in the back. But what are these guys called? Just officials or what? I like how he messed me up. Now, you know, of course you get your body clippage there, but he actually impacted my ability of catching the fly ball. So, listen, I'm cool with body clipping as long as the result plays out the way you would have anticipated it to play out. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. You know, I think video game limitations hurts any game from being able to avoid morphing through somebody else and clipping in the body.
off-speed pitch.
Because I haven't seen any game get that right. But as long as it respects the outcome, no complaints from me.
All of your pitches this
No
early out of the
complaints.
game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees,
Let's go.
the better
Let's
chance
go.
they have to make good contact.
Couldn't turn two. I made the right decision, though.
And that's all.
What up, Gunplay?
Batting third, right fielder.
Momentum, weight, speed can't matter if we're forced into animations. Amen. Amen.
Stepping up to the plate, Aaron Altair.
Yeah, I'm going to be here, Gunplay, at least for another 57 minutes. We're going to stop at 7 p.m. I got in early today. This is the third game I'm actually playing. You know, try to get an extra stream day in for you guys, you know, in case something happens. Oh,
That one ran in and got
oh, my bad. In case I'm unable to get everything going
Well, that
all
thing
3
was
days
riding
this week, but I
inside,
still
was starting
expect to
rise, but I
stream
think he was lucky that it caught him in the fleshy
tomorrow,
part of his upper
Tuesday,
arm.
and
Getting hit
Wednesday.
in the soft tissue
Giving
is
everybody a
always
heads up.
better
It
than
will
the
be
elbow or the
MLB the
wrist.
show all
digging in
week.
now. Number
Getting ourselves
17.
prepared for
This will be
18.
his first trip to the plate in this one.
Gunplay, what's your thoughts on the signing of John Bostic, man? Let me hear your
First
thoughts.
offering on its way. A fastball here.
How confident are you
Ball one,
that
1-0.
we'll see big changes
This
in
is the guy they're
CFM
gonna
next year?
have to
Rex
be
seems
careful.
like he
He can
wants to
put
do
3 runs
things
on
this
the
year.
board in a hurry.
Listen,
So
man.
expect them to try to get him to
Like I
chase
said earlier, I don't know if
something
you were
out
in
of
here
the zone if they
to
A
hear it.
1-0 delivery.
I can't always
Fastball
give my
stays
thoughts on
way
those
up that
things
time
because
for
you know
ball
I'm
2.
privy to a
Well, I
lot
know
of
the last thing
information
he wants
that's
to do
going
is
on in
load
the
the
future
bases
for
right
Madden.
here.
Obviously,
So the
being a
pressure is
game
on
changer for
right now
Madden.
to get back in the strike
Obviously,
zone.
talking with the devs quite often. I stay away from giving
Ready
my
with the
opinion
2-0 pitch.
because
Swing and a ball lifted
there,
in the
get
air
there,
toward
get
the
there.
line and right. Polanco is
the
over
guy's
near the
gonna
line now
get
as
the
he makes
third.
the catch for the
Yep.
second out of the inning.
The reason why I
And
stay
he'll
away
take
from that,
those
man,
extra
because
90 feet.
and in
So
case y'all
put
see a
runners at the
bulge here,
corners
it's
now
a
with
fire
2 gone
ball.
in the inning.
Still a kid at heart, guys. This is still probably my
So
favorite candy.
striding forward now.
A long
Carlos
story
Santana.
behind that. I don't think
Great
we got
chance
time to tell it.
drive in a run here
But,
in the early going.
Because a lot of times I'm privy to
Looking
that kind of
wiggle out this,
information,
here it is.
I have to be
Lays off
careful
1-0.
from saying
that
what
was
I
a
think is
decent breaking
coming.
ball right
What's the
there, but
chances of
that's
something
just a
coming?
pitch
Because
that's
if
a
it
little
happens,
easier to lay off
right?
of. When you're
And
opposite-handed, opposite
I
bat,
said it
you can
before
see
it
the
was
sweep of the
promoted
ball
by
coming right
EA.
into you. That was a great play.
Technically, that could put me like in a
1-0
bad
count,
spot in
here it
terms
is.
of NBA. Feel what I'm saying?
2-0 count, runners
So,
at the corners.
You just
can
gotta
bet he's
respect the
looking
fact
for
that I
something to
can't
drive right
really
here.
go into
There's a good chance
stuff
he
like,
gets
oh, what are
something
the
to hit,
chances?
too.
Because most of the time I'm gonna know what the chances are, or I might even. Usually I already know exactly what's happening.
3-0 now.
Wow.
You can bet he's salivating
So,
a little in the box right now.
I stay away
He
from
likes
that,
to
but
drive
I
and
will
run.
say
He's got
that,
a great situation
you know,
and
I get
count
the
to do
impression that,
right here.
you know,
And
what
there
Rex
are
has
the
said to you
umpires
guys
assigned to
publicly
this
is the
one.
truth.
Calling
You know,
balls and
he's a
strikes is
franchise
Mr.
guy,
Mike Fillmore.
along with Clint.
Fillmore's
They
the
play
type of umpire that's
franchise
gonna
in the
give you a
building.
little in some areas and
I
take
know
away
that
the
they
others.
don't
So what
want to
I mean by
neglect,
that,
you know,
he's gonna call a little wide
outside
on
of,
corners,
you know, what
up and down,
with the
he's gonna take
popular
that away from you.
vote
And this
would be
one
most
misses
people would
to
think that they
Santana,
don't
and he'll
care.
take that free pass
That's
down
not
to
true.
first.
You know, it's not an area
No, he
of the
obviously
game
had
that
to
the
work very
devs
hard
don't
to
care
win
about.
on
You know,
that.
don't
He did
believe that
not want
hype.
to walk him to load the bases.
Even in
Now he's
CFM
really
heads,
got his
those
work
guys
cut out for him.
really care.
We'll see how he fares here.
You know, you
Mike
guys remember
Alfronte
Ben Harmiller,
is
the
in
guy who
with
used to
two
work on
away as he takes a
NCAA.
ball, 1-0.
If I'm not mistaken, you know,
Fastball
he's
up
working
and in.
on
I'm not
franchise
sure
now.
it
You know,
was
it's a
intended
lot
to
of
be
guys who
that
care
far
about that.
up and that far
But
in, but
they don't have the
message
final
sent.
say.
Beware.
You know, they can't
Here's the
control
1-1 delivery.
how many resources and
Fouled
how
off
much
again,
time
and now
and
he's in a 1-2
you know,
hole. Bases
dev
loaded here,
allocation
2
they're
down.
gonna have for a franchise. You know, there's people above them that make.
Oh, and
God,
And
yo, what's
the
going on? I can't pitch with this guy.
settling in now.
Yo, I've loaded the
JP
bases.
Crawford.
So we got to do one heck of a pitching job here to get out of this
First pitch of
inning.
the at-bat. Ball 1.
And in the first
But,
inning, this
yeah,
guy
it's-
already looking a little
They don't
shaky
have
in
the
mouth.
final
I have
say,
to think you'd
guys.
have to
You
throw
know,
him a
so
strike
that's
right
why
here. He hasn't proven to me that he can even get within
the
the zone.
misconception is that the
Fastball
devs
that
don't
finds the
care or
outside corner.
that EA doesn't care. But the truth
Looking
is,
to minimize the damage here.
oh, come
And a little
on.
off speed here as this
What I
pitch
think
misses.
Rex
It's
has done a
2-1.
great job
When
with
the pressure
saying in
starts to
public
intensify, it often
that,
feels like the strike zone
you
gets
know,
harder and harder to hit.
he's done a
This
great
is
job
big
saying
spot
publicly
here.
that. Hold on, I lost my train of thought there, guys. What was I saying?
2 out,
Hold on,
bases
it'll come
loaded.
back to me. Give me a second.
This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is.
Woo!
They get the force at second base,
Saved
and
us.
the inning is
What was
over.
I saying, guys?
So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors.
I can't remember.
and 3
I think I was
men
talking about
stranded.
the misconception
On now to the bottom of inning
is that they
number
don't
1.
care.
The Phillies
So
lead
what
it
I think what I was
1-0.
trying to say is he said publicly, he's done a great job publicly
And
telling
here's
you guys how
Kimbrel
things
set
work.
his Pirates lineup
You know, a
for
lot of
this one.
times
Dan
he has
Plesac,
to
who you
battle
focused on?
with people
Well,
that
Matt, I'm gonna
don't
be
feel
paying
like
close attention to Starling
things are
Marte.
so high
This guy has
priority. Oh, this is what I
world-class
was going to
speed,
say.
guys.
He
can
said
fly.
publicly
I
how
love
the
watching
numbers
him run.
of
So
and the
if you like
utilization
watching
of
a guy take
franchise
over a game
has
with his
risen.
legs,
So
he's
for
your
those
guy.
people who
Number
cut the
43
check
is ready
and
to go
decide
as
what
he's
they're going
on
to
the
work
mound for
on,
the Phils.
they're looking at it like,
What do you
oh,
got?
we must be doing good in franchise. And then you got to get the devs to turn around and be like, well, no, there's still things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they'll do something to it. It just all depends on what the priority is for 19. And based on the time that they are allotted, what they will do with that time for a franchise. So there you go.
Then he got blocked in the system. They moved him to third. He really struggled.
Let
Then
me
they
go back
found
and
a
see
spot
if my
for him
man
at first
Gunplay
base, though, and he's become a
comment.
pretty good player.
Josh Harrison
Nah, I ain't see him
stands in.
comment yet.
He'll lead things off here
Asked
in
him
the bottom
about
half of the
the
first.
signing of John Bossett. I got you in a minute, King Arthur. Give me a second.
Grounder down the line at third.
I meant to ask you what you
This
thought about
gets
us not being able to
0-1.
get traded to whatever team you want, but rather have teams require you to reach certain position-specific milestones, even to
The
generate.
wind-up and a
Hold on.
0-1. And
You
this
talking
pitch
about
is
in
up
Madden?
and in as he backs away. It's ball 1.
You talking about Madden, or you talking about MLB The Show?
I'm not
I think
saying
you're talking
he was
about
trying to
Madden.
hit
And if
him.
you're talking about Madden, are you
Facing
talking
a guy
about
like this,
playing
you
as a
don't want
user?
him to get
I mean,
too
as a
comfortable in
player?
that batter's box.
Swing and a
Good,
liner.
good hit, good hit.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Yeah, I think definitely we would definitely make a statement that we want changes in 19. Yeah, we have to, man. Listen, I told somebody today that asked me on Twitter. They were saying, man, they've bought Madden every year, and if there's not any significant changes in 19, they will not be buying it. Listen, I always say that. If the
Now a
game
throw,
ain't for you,
just keeping him close.
please show your displeasure by not buying. Don't spend the money, because there's always ways to. Madden is going to be in a red box, so you'll be able to play
In
it.
now, Corey Dickerson lifted in the air out towards left center. Herrera on the run. He gets there to make
It
the
will be
play
in a
for
red
the
box,
first out of the
absolutely.
inning.
But then
And he
also,
will
if for
scurry
you guys
back
who
to
have an
first as he'll think
Xbox,
twice about trying to move
you're gonna
out.
have EA access, right? You're gonna have guys like me that you know is gonna stream it extensively, even if I'm not satisfied with the product. I do that so you guys can see it.
First chance
So you're gonna have
for
plenty
him
of
with a runner
opportunity
at
to
first and
see
one
whether or
gone.
not the game is for you, and if it ain't, show your displeasure, man, by keeping that money in your pocket and not playing franchise, because then the utilization,
Grounded
would go
back up
down
the middle.
in that case.
Reined in. There's one, but they
So-
won't get two as he beats the relay to first.
That's how I feel about that.
It's really tough to double up a guy with
Oh,
the
okay. You
speed that
talking
he
about
has,
superstar?
and he was
Yeah, it's
hustling
kind of
all
hard,
the way
man,
in this
for me to
ground
comment
ball.
on that, because
So
I
they should
don't
be happy they
totally
at least got the guy out
remember
at second. It'll be
Superstar and
interesting
everything
now
you
to see if
could and
tries to
couldn't
use
do.
that speed
You
again
know, I
and
played it a
swipe
little
the
bit, but
bag
I
and get
just
into
don't
scoring
remember.
position.
But
First pitch of the
Oh.
at-bat on its way.
That's a
Swing and
good one.
liner toward the gap in left center. That gets down,
But
and he's got himself a base
to
hit.
answer your question without even knowing that, I do think if you're playing as a player, like a superstar mode type of thing, it would be great to be able to request a trade, look for teams who are interested in you, and be able to approach a team or, somehow express your interest in a team. It's so many ways you could do that,
There's a swing.
Oh.
He sends the ball
Come
high
on,
in the
Polanco.
air into left
Get it out of there.
field.
Get it out of there. Nope.
And the two-out threat will not come to
Like,
pass as
imagine,
the inning
how they
is
could
over.
incorporate what happens in the
Pirates
real
strand
world.
a couple.
Player show Martavis
Into the
Bryant,
box.
right?
Cameron Rupp
We kept seeing
leading
things
things
pop up
off
on
here in
Twitter,
this
whether it was
one-run
him
contest.
or his girlfriend, about being traded last season, right? It would be dope if you could play as a player and you could have all that type of control. You could go
First
on
pitch
social
coming,
media
here it
and
is.
say, hey, I would love to be
And
a
a curveball
so-and-so.
that started
You know what I'm saying?
low,
Like,
lower,
make it
ball
interactive
one.
like that. So, yeah, if that's what you were asking, which I think you were, I would much rather
Into his
see it where
windup,
you
here
have the
comes the
flexibility
1-0.
of
And there's one well
being
above
able
the
to
zone
gauge
for a ball.
and, side talk with teams that want you, but
From the
also
windup,
be
the
able to
2-0
request
pitch.
a trade
Takes
and,
a fastball
be
on
able
the
to
inside corner.
like lure a team in and letting them know that, hey, I would love to play for you guys. That would be great. Give us all of
2
that.
balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Because
And
we
he
already see the
chased up and
social
out of the
media
zone, a
element
swing
in
and a
these
miss.
games, whether it's your
He might have been
2Ks or
setting him up
whatever,
with that high fastball.
or even
He changed
in
his
Madden
eye look.
franchise right
Now he's
now,
got it
where
set
it's
up.
not,
He'll come down the
you
zone.
can't interact with it, but they show the Twitter
Chop
feed,
fouled over towards the
so you
coaching
can
bench.
incorporate all of that. I would like if FA signings and drafts have an impact on the player and team morale, like drafting a position that the team doesn't need after a breakout season from said position. Bro, you're not going to get me to disagree with any of that. I'm with you on that one.
And they're
with
working
you all the
outer
way with
half
that.
here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Do I still find enjoyment in Madden CFM?
Another free pass to the lead.
Not really.
Here. You can't be
It's just not enough. And honestly, that's why you guys haven't really seen
And that misses for ball 4. So
my
it's a leadoff
CFM
walk
series.
here
You
to
haven't
start
seen
the
a video
second.
in a while. I might try to finish the season,
but
but what I think I'm going to do, which I generally do every year, so maybe, give me a chance to give it
Now
myself.
a bunt attempt here.
Oh.
Decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and
Wow.
make him try it again.
That was realistic. You see how he
The
knocked it
0-1
away?
pitch. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. Throw to second.
That
and they
was
get him.
that
So
was
the
very nice how
sacrifice
he
attempt is
knocked the ball
unsuccessful here.
foul to get it out of play. That was great.
But he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by
But,
the first baseman to charge in
what was I saying?
and make a good throw to second to get
What
the
was
lead
I
runner.
saying? Oh, what I'm probably gonna do, which I do this every year anyway, just to try to do something before the latest Madden. I'm more than likely gonna start a franchise with all of the drafted players and the free agent moves. So just to give myself a break, especially since I'm gonna be rocking MLB The Show a lot. What I might do is I may finish because I might even play it later on tonight. I may finish the current season and finish that out, and then hold off. But I think what I'm probably going to do is, whether I finish the season I'm in now or not,
As the first pitch to him is
I'm
in
definitely
there
going to
for
take a
strike
break
one.
until
One
after
for
the
one
draft,
after a single this
get
first
that
time
updated
up.
roster that people always do, and then we'll start a new franchise just to, try to do something until the next Madden. Because like I said, I generally do that every
One
year
pitch on
anyway.
its way.
I start playing it,
In the dirt.
I start playing it with the current rosters. So that's probably what I'll do, man, because it just doesn't keep my interest, and I know, for YouTube purposes, people like to see it, so that's why I do it, but it's just not, it's really not an enjoyable experience to me anymore. It doesn't have the depth,
One pitch
and
ducks
then
him
the
away, then he
gameplay
comes
is
right
not
back with another one.
at the
So
best
clearly
place
this
it
pitcher,
can be in,
he's
so
not
it's
afraid to
like,
work that inner half of the plate.
Dickerson's there, and that's the
I kind of
second
struggle
out of the inning.
to play it.
And no tag at second. He'll head back there with
Thank
two
goodness
away now.
MLB fixed the tagging system.
Now batting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second baseman.
I hope it's not like Long Shot 2.0. Well, it depends on what Long Shot did. If it was successful in achieving what the the money guys, what they were trying to achieve with it, that will probably determine whether or not it comes back.
On the inside corner.
I know the goal was to try to bring in new users, to try to reach a different crowd.
Fastball is in there.
Whether it did that successfully or not, I don't know. But I think if it did, or if it did it well enough, you'll probably see it again.
Phillies have an early 1-0 lead
But
here
just
in
keep in
inning
mind,
number
what
2.
Rex said last year
Now he
at
lifts
EA
up
Play in the
high
interview I had with him, if you
drifting
haven't
into
seen it, I'll
foul
just give you the
territory on
skinny.
the right side.
He did say for everybody to give their
And the
feedback
side is
because
retired.
the
Phillies strand
the
one,
way it's
and
perceived
after an
and
inning
the
and a
feedback
half,
they
it's
get from it will
1-0.
determine where it grows in the future. So he was right about that. So we'll just have to see if it did what they were anticipating for it
Here's
to
the
do.
catcher,
That will
Francisco
determine
Cervelli. He'll start
whether
us
or
out
not
here in the home
it
half
returns.
of the second.
Catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
First pitch on its way. Swung on and
What do you
lifted in
think
the air
about
to
the
left
field
center.
issues? Not
Herrera
anything
on the
drastic.
run. One out.
Field issues. Madden? Like, what we talking about?
Third baseman.
I would like to see players in CFM get disgruntled and request trades. Like, yeah, exactly.
At the plate,
I think we covered that already. Exactly. All of that needs to be there, man. And most of the stuff that we're asking for, you can find it to some capacity in other games. It's like I always say, I never request Madden to do anything I haven't seen another game at least attempt. You know what I mean? I never give them feedback on stuff that I think is too possible or outside the scope of, you know, something that can be done. I generally use ideas based off of what they currently have in their product, or I look elsewhere and see what other games have been able to do. Well, as far as the off-field issues, man, we have to remember the NFL has a huge say as far as what is shown in the game. I don't know, you know, with the whole domestic violence and all of that being an issue, PEDs and such, you just never know, you know, what the NFL will like for Madden or allow Madden to replicate in their game. And then I feel like if they're unable to do it to the fullest, you know, maybe they don't waste their time with it. Feel what I'm saying? So you always have to keep that in mind. Like, people have always asked why they took the helmets being knocked off, why that was taken out. Why did I swing at that? I knew it was a ball. But that's the reason why. You feel what I'm saying? Is the NFL, you know, I'm sure they didn't want that. So they got them to take it out of the game with the concussions and all that stuff, you know, so that's something that you always have to consider. Everything is not a decision by EA. They make an NFL product, so they have to follow, you know, what the NFL wants them to do in a lot of these situations. So I'm cool with the off-field issues. I would love to see it as well, but like I said, if there's limitations, I'd rather not see it, but I would love to see it to some capacity. If it's up to me. Come on, man. Let's get a hit here.
To straightaway center. Herrera's there.
I waited on it.
And he makes the
I waited on it.
The second out.
But that's not what I wanted. Yeah, like the missing team meetings and stuff like that. Yeah, that possibly. I disagree with that, Bills. I mean, I know just as an average consumer, I mean, it's easy to draw these conclusions, but there's no way, like, if you really think about it, there's no way there's any truth. Think about it. There's no way there's any truth to them being scared of having depth in their game.
First pitch, here it comes.
Like,
here's a ball hit in the air.
You understand what I'm saying? Like what would be the fear?
But no chance to run it down.
You know, like what would they be scared of? What would scare you about having depth in your game? You know, see what I'm saying? I don't see the connection as to why a company would be afraid of that. You feel what I'm saying?
And the
what makes you afraid to have depth? How is that a negative for your product?
Well, he's been talking about how good a hitter he is.
CFM drafting needs more boom and bust factors. Maybe having unlockable ratings with more playing and practice time for rookies, 3-year players. Fully agree. Fully agree. No argument there. No argument there, my friend.
Into the box now, Josh Harrison, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. Twos all over the
place. I would like to see 7-on-7. And, you know, as a matter of fact, 7-on-7 is in long shot. That was one thing I mentioned to Rex immediately. He's like, hey, we need that in CFM. That could be practice. It could be a light day of practice. You know?
And you wonder about the
if you guys haven't played it, if you have Madden, I'm not going to hurt you. Play through long shot. I want you guys, that'll be some homework for some of you guys. Play long shot and look at all the things, write down all the things that you think they could take from long shot to enhance CFM.
Trying to hang a zero, here's the pitch.
Oh, it got me.
A swing.
There's a whole lot of things in there, man. Even like the teaching element. When they're teaching you personnel, you know, that could be like film study stuff. It's a lot of stuff in there, man.
Strike two
Ooh.
at a pitch that catches
Good
the
pitch.
outside corner.
A lot of
2 down,
stuff in
runners
there.
at
I
first and
really
second.
think that CFM could take. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm just saying. I definitely agree with that 7-on-7.
And this is fouled back and out of play.
I mean, it's right there. That was the first thing, like I said, I told Rex that. I was like, look, man, that could be, a light day of practice, or just a walkthrough.
Hit on
Go
the
with the
ground to
7-on-7.
third. Bronco fields it cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Pirates strand a couple. It remains 1-0.
Some type of draft class all-star game? I feel you. Magic, the only problem is where's that in the NFL? The closest you get to that would be East-West game, Senior Bowl.
First pitch of the at-bat.
But I guess what I'm saying is, looking at it from a business standpoint,
outside, it's ball one.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, but again, trying to look at it from a business
The
standpoint,
windup and the 1-0 pitch.
is it worth the
That was a
investment
curveball
if
that
they
never
no
really
longer
broke,
have
stayed high.
That's
NCAA?
back-to-back breaking balls
You feel what I'm
away,
saying? Like,
now
think
he's
about
got
it.
himself into a little bit of a tough
If
spot. You
they
probably
still had
can't throw that
NCAA,
again,
or if
so
NCAA
the opponent is
returns,
probably up there just looking
then
for a
it would make
fastball that he
perfect
can
sense to
drill.
do that because the connectivity that it had to Madden.
Hit hard
But
on the ground towards second. Harrison has it.
will they spend time doing that for quote unquote created draft classes? You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying they won't, and I'm not saying it's not a good idea, but I'm just saying, looking at it from a business standpoint, is that a high priority
To try it again.
when
Number
it doesn't
17.
benefit
For one here in the early going.
you financially? And what I mean by that, you definitely would do that if you had NCAA, because then you would be enticing
Delivery to him on the
people
way.
to get both products.
Looking at
Like
a
when we
tough
could
pitch
import
called
the
a
draft
strike.
class. It always enticed you, whether you were a college fan or not, you would always be like, yo, I'm going to get the NCAA and draft my guys, upload them to Madden. That was an instant hook. And
Into
then
the
some
windup,
people
here
were just
comes
college
the
football
0-1.
fanatics, which they're going
Swing
to
and
play
a
it
little
either way.
tapper.
But you see what I'm saying? I don't know if for them, looking at it from their standpoint, will it be worth the investment if there's really no real connection?
Santana.
Long shot wasn't ideal. It was decent. I would like if we could do combine
Riding
drills.
in once
There you
again,
go.
Carlos Santana.
I think the
He threw a
7-on-7
base
should
on
be in
balls
CFM, like
his
you
first
said,
time
but it
up.
should be an independent mode with all teams in different parks or fields to play. Yeah, maybe. But
Into the windup and the
I don't
pitch.
think that's a priority either.
And
unless-
the changeup is way low that time.
Unless, however, again, trying to put you guys up on game a little bit in terms of, matter of fact, let me give you all a quick backstory. Since I've been a game changer, right,
Corner.
I've been able to learn two things. I learned how things are looked at from a business standpoint with making the game and producing the game, as well as
Had nibbled the corner
how does
there,
it
but
tie
missed.
into other
2-1.
features.
Backdoor
So let me hit
breaking
you with
ball
this.
Just missed right there.
If,
Such an
in
effective
fact,
pitch. If
they
you hit the corner
improve
with it,
the
no dice this time.
player
Misses
mode
again, ball
in that,
3.
maybe they reintroduce Superstar, and it's really based on the player. Then that's when you might have your 7-on-7,
Here's the 3-1.
right?
Foul
And
back.
you'll be able to play in other fields and other venues, etc., like a Pro-Am and 2K. But you see where I'm going with it? That's when it would make sense to do that.
Here's a swing,
oh, wow.
and oh man,
It's gone.
way out of
It's
here.
out of there. You see how that ball traveled? That was beautiful. But you see what I'm saying? That's when you would do that, when it makes more, your resources are able to be used in other areas. That's where a company gets pure benefit from it. Just having it as a feature or as a mode, I don't think there's a lot, they won't get a lot of, it's hard to gauge how popular that would be. However, looking at the team play now that they put back in MUT, that might allow them to gauge. This is dope. I love the analysis. That might allow them to gauge if that would be possible. You see what I'm saying? But I think the biggest bang for your buck in that regard would be if they had a superstar mode, right? Bring superstar mode in where you can create your player and they blow superstar mode out. Then there's a feature that it can allow you to play 7-on-7 even online. So 7 of us could team up and go play another team outside of, see what I'm saying? Then now you cooking with grease. And that's kind of how companies think. At least with the Madden front. That's kind of how they think. So just to try to give you guys a little tidbit of information there, man.
For another chance, Corey Dickerson.
Right. Just like James Breedlove said, Breedlove. And I'm gonna read what you said here in just a minute, man. When I get a chance to look. That's what I'm talking about, like that.
Pitch, here it comes. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second.
James says the one model from NBA Live would be a great starting point for Madden Superstar mode. Right. See, you do that, get that together, then you introduce maybe an option or a mode you can play with multiple people as your player, i.e. 7-on-7. See? Or they might introduce it first if they were to do a superstar type of mode. First, you might be able to do it in team play. Like maybe they extend the 3-on-3 as a solo mode that you can now play with your creative player. See what I'm saying? But to have 7-on-7 out the gate or like be introduced right away as an option, I don't think you see it as its own mode until they build up the player side of things, or be, play as a player. So, just my thoughts. Just my thought. And that could very well be what they're doing. Remember, if you guys haven't seen it, I encourage you, and I'm not self-promoting here.
The next to hit.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
And that'll get by and on through towards the wall.
He ain't gonna make it home.
Runners at second and third.
Beautiful hit right there, baby. Let's go. You about to eat out here. Tasty burger.
He was sitting on that the whole time, looking for it the whole way.
But
hit it that hard on first pitch if you're not.
Yeah, kind of look at it from that standpoint. I know what? What is it? Nah, I'm scared to do the bunt. I might do it. No, we're gonna try to hit with this guy. We're gonna hit with Polanco. This will be a good bunt situation right here, though, because they will have to play. You know what? I am going to bunt.
Put the ball in play. He's got to pick up something. Just keep the chain moving. It's a big
It's training camp.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Let's try it again. Perfect time to try bunt.
Ready with the 0-2. Two-strike bunt attempt here as this one's down.
Why didn't he run?
And he'll just put it in his pocket. It's an infield single.
What happened?
Here's the catcher.
See how I got base running on. What I got base running on. I pressed left on the analog stick, which was pointing to that guy on third. He should have ran, right? Where am I going? Where am I supposed to be going? Gameplay options. Yeah, I think it's in here. Base running. What do I have it on? Oh, okay. I got it on assist instead of auto. When set to auto, the CPU will handle the base running duties. When assist, you are responsible for controlling all base runners in online play. The game will automatically be set. Yeah, well, see, I have it on assist. And I pressed to the left, right? Which should have made him, if I'm not mistaken, I pressed the little, I didn't do L1 to make them all run. I mean, all advance. I pressed left on the analog stick, which pointed to the third baseman, and I thought it would just send him. But obviously it didn't. Or either I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't hold it long enough. I don't know. But I just blew that. Just blew that opportunity right there.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts.
Yeah, you're right. And see, that's another thing. Mud Squad might not have, attracted that attention that they were looking for, and that again would probably push the 7-7 to the side in terms of it being its own thing. See what I'm saying? So from a business standpoint, you got to look at it like that.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Ah.
A wave and a miss.
Why did I swing at
2
that?
strikes now and a runner at first. Do you go for the strikeout or you still
hit me with
looking
a
for the
curve.
double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of
Come on,
depends
let's
on
get
the
a
type
good
of
hit
pitcher
here.
that you are. If you're a
got
power
a
pitcher, you
chance.
can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone.
You
But
got a
if you're a guy
chance.
that
You
induces
got a
a lot of
chance.
ground balls with a sinker, I
He
think you
coming
have to
with-
stick with that
coming with-
plan.
coming
The
with a
attempt for that
fastball?
changeup away was one thing and one thing only.
Probably coming with a
Get
curve.
double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Oh, I shouldn't have swung at that.
High in the
That
air
was a
for the
ball.
foul ground. And no one can get there. It's a foul
Play the
ball.
curveball. The outside. Should not have swung at that. That was definitely a foul ball.
Now another 2-2.
Oh, let's go.
To right. Altair is going to get there. 2 gone.
Man, I thought that was going to... Oh!
Double play.
I didn't get back in time.
So it's no runs on 3 hits.
I thought that was going
no
to drop.
errors,
That's why I sent
and
him.
a couple of men left.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
Ready now.
So I think
JP Crawford.
just me
He'll try
playing
to
this
get
game,
on
I've
here
gotten
to
better.
begin the 4th.
You know, I just got to
Too high
improve
that
my
time
base
with the
running and
inning's
things
first
like
pitch.
that.
Hits ball 1.
Pitching.
Here's the pitch.
But I think at least in this third game,
this is again
I've got my
2-0.
hitting a little better. And, you know, in MLB 18, I'm going to try like
comes
zone
on
hitting and
2-0.
stuff like that. So I'm going to try
And
some
wow,
different
that looked
things
to
in
be
that
well
game.
inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Yeah, man, you saying all of the stuff that I've talked about, man. All of that
Pitch
stuff.
on the way.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, man, but if you haven't, I'll link it here in a minute if I get a chance.
Cameron
I did a video on my top 5
Here it is.
CFM improvements I would like to
Goes the
see
other way with it
for
as this is in
19.
the air down the line and left.
I couldn't get
And
that.
that's in there. Base hit.
So if you guys, actually, let me see if I can
Well,
pull it.
this is called
For
being
those of you
productive
who
with the
haven't
base
seen
hits
it.
you get. Now, they're getting
So you
out
at
and
least
out
kinda
big time in this
understand,
game, but their hits are
You know,
paying off.
my
That's
thought
why they're winning
process
this
as
game.
far as what I would like to see in 19. This is not my complete list, obviously.
He drew a walk his
I mean, if
first
you
time
guys are
up.
familiar with the list that Deuce Douglas provided all of us, great blueprint. But this would just be those things that I would like to see, you know, at least 2 out of
First
3.
pitch of the
I mean,
at-bat
2 out
on
of
its
5.
way. And he takes a pitch
In
right
Madden
down the
19
middle.
would be
Well, there's
great.
a first pitch strike. You know, only
I don't know if we'll
50%
get him or
of the
not,
pitches he's
but
throwing first pitch this game have
let me
been
link
for
you guys
strikes,
to
so
that,
I'm
man, in case y'all
surprised
haven't
that he's
seen
having
it.
as much success so far as he is.
Give me a second.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
There it is.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out
All
of
right,
play.
here's the link, guys. I'm about to grab it here for you. Put it in the description. Who is this guy, Joseph? Who are you talking to, man? You all right, man? You need a moment?
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So
Nah, I'm just confused by what you're saying there. He said, listen to me, come at me, bruh. Then he says, what up? So I'm confused by what your intentions are. Need you to specify what you're trying to convey here.
Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
There you go again with come at me, bro. So, all right, I'm going to just pay you no mind
Here's
for
the
a
first
moment
pitch
here.
to him. Now a bunt attempt here. And he's safe.
Try to have a repeat of what I did before, guys. That time I probably should have went to second first. I mean, should have went to probably should have went to home. I mean, to first base first in that instance. But I tried to do what I had did in one of the earlier games.
Now as he takes a look at a ball, it's 1-0.
Yeah, I'm getting a little better at it, man, and that's what it's all about, man. You know, that's what it's all about. Learning these games,
here it is.
stepping outside of your element.
1-1.
Nah, I'm not playing you in the show, brother. I don't like playing the show online, particularly because
He's set. Here comes the
their
1-1.
servers and that
that's
lag,
the other way
I just
out to
can't do it.
left. Dickerson's
You know, I
there.
once tried to play
2
Diamond
gone.
Dynasty. And, no, thank you.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Yep.
Ready for
So no
another shot
disrespect
now.
there, but nah, man,
Cesar
I don't play the show
Hernandez.
online. I
0 for
tried.
2 here to start the
I
afternoon.
mean, we'll see how the
Starting
sliders,
with a breaking ball.
how the
Too
servers
low
are
that time. It's ball 1.
this year in 18, but
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike.
I don't know.
Here's
I got a
the
feeling
1-1.
that MLB 18 will be great.
Swinging a looper to left.
Kind of sucks for those online franchise guys that are not going to have their mode. And never in favor of that.
Phillies leave a couple. They're up
Of
2
a
to
company
nothing.
taking stuff away, but what you gonna do?
Now at the plate, Colin Moran.
Colin
Base hit
Moran.
in his first trip.
For the Pirates, third baseman, Colin Moran.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is lined to
I'd have
left.
swung at that one. That was a strike right out the gate, baby.
It's a base hit. With that, the Buccos
Don't ask me to wait for the first strike when you know it's a strike.
Well, Matt, we've watched him struggle early, but you're
All
always
right,
talking
Colin.
about in-game adjustments. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch. They look more aggressive. They look like they've changed their whole game plan to come out now and start firing on all cylinders.
This game is just good, man. You know, again, I've had people tell me that it doesn't do a good job replicating everything. Like I've heard like pitch counts and stuff like that. But again, I'm not a baseball buff.
Now. He swings and it to short. He's right
I'm not a
there.
baseball
Just
buff
second
to
for
refute
one.
that.
On to first,
So
and it's a
I will
double
rely
play.
on
The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings, and there are
you
2
know,
away now.
those who are more
So striding in,
in
Joe
that
Musgrove.
lane
He reached
than
on a
me.
single in his first try.
But just the
First
way it
delivery to him on
replicates
the way.
things on the field,
Swing and he pops him
or
up
on the
over
diamond, I
toward
guess you would
foul
say.
territory.
There goes
And
that
he will
3 and out.
indeed make the play in foul
Does a great
territory
job,
to
man, with the
retire
animations
the
and
side.
stuff.
Bucks go down quietly. They trail things here 2 to nothing.
So the hitting will be much better. Yeah, I would say too, with that, you know, I know they advertised a better PCI.
Ready once again.
So like I said, I'm gonna definitely try,
one thus far.
you know, try to see if I can get into the zone hitting in 18. I might even try it tomorrow in this stream and see if I can at least get used to that. But you know, I don't have a problem with the buttons. You know, me personally, I know some people say they feel like there's a delay. I don't have a problem with, you know, face button hitting. So
the first one was on the
I
outside
might not
half, the other
necessarily
one ended up
rush
on the outside half with 2
to
different
switch it
looks.
up, but I'll try.
What can
You
he do?
know,
Nothing much with that
some of
one.
you guys have said it's better,
And here's a
so
ball hit
I'm
in
all
the
for
air.
that.
Under this one is Harrison, and he's got it for the first out.
Yeah, the weather delays would be great.
Now batting,
Um,
17.
Now in the box.
You know, just
number
again, just
17.
adding
He's
that
0 for
layer
2 thus far in this
and
one.
level of immersion, man.
Into the windup
That's to
and
me
the
is what
pitch.
a franchise
And this
mode
one's
is
not
all about.
close. It's in the dirt
Of
for
course, you
ball
got to
1.
have stellar gameplay, which MLB The Show does.
Now the pitch.
But then everything else is just, you know, the little things, man. Just
Out of play off to the
replicating
right.
real
It's
world
1-1.
stuff that gives you more to do and more to think about
From the
off
windup,
the field,
1-1
off the
pitch.
diamond, off the
In
ice,
front of the
off the
changeup, and he
hardwood.
can't keep it
You know,
fair.
whatever
2
sport
strikes
you're
on him
playing.
now.
And that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about.
Ready to deliver
Immersion.
the 1 and 2.
And,
Pitch
you
swung
know,
on and hit in the air. On the
get
move
there,
is
get there,
Polanco.
get there, get there.
He's not gonna
Oh,
get this one.
beautiful.
It's into the gap.
beautiful.
Around second now and headed
Beautiful.
for third.
Once
And
again,
he will make it all the way
thing
to
of
third
beauty.
now as that
He was
mistake
not
proves
in
a
position.
costly one
They
indeed.
didn't warp me to the ball.
Right
He
here as
almost got
drives
there,
it
but
right
they
between
couldn't
the
get
two
there.
outfielders, heading
This is
towards
what
the
I'm
right
talking
center
about,
field
man.
wall.
And y'all
He
know
was
what I'm
flying
referring
out
to.
of the
We
box,
see
so
this
I
type of
think he
stuff
was
happen
thinking
in Madden
triple
all the
way.
time.
By the time they
When
get
you
it
hit a
back
button
in,
and you
he's
warp in
safely into
position.
third.
Love that. That's an organic mistake. Misplayed it. Or he didn't have the, you know, the speed to quite, you know, didn't quite have
Here's
enough speed
Carlos
to get there.
Santana
I
now.
love it.
As the first
Love
pitch
it.
misses to him, it's ball 1. He homered back in the third inning in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I'll have the game Friday. Like I said, y'all probably won't see me play it until that night or early Saturday, because Friday unfortunately is the one day of the week that I don't work from home and I have to travel into the office. And, Friday night we do a lot of family stuff, so I won't be playing it as early as some, but y'all will definitely see it at some point next week.
Maybe something like a harmless
it's coming
pop-up.
Friday.
You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job playing off that pitch.
And that misses.
You said, do you feel that games that have something like play the moment hurts the franchise mode itself, or not a big deal? I don't think it's a big deal, me personally, because us guys who, I tell you what it does do for a company, and you never know, that could be the reason why Madden saw an uptick in their franchise. Could very well be the reason why, is because now it gives people more of an opportunity to play franchise mode faster. And I think, especially in a game like MLB The Show, when there's so many games, you giving people the opportunity to try a mode their way. See what I'm saying? I don't think that hurts at all.
On the other
in
side,
my opinion.
he's got to be looking for a mistake.
I think the key is to add options, to give people the option.
Guys
Guys like us that are hardcore CFM guys, franchise guys, or whatever, we want to do all of the managing and play all the games. We're going to still do that. Play the moment don't mean nothing to us. But if you're trying to introduce, other people to a mode, oh, wow. Might have to get this guy out of here.
He saw that ball pretty good. Too bad he couldn't keep it fair.
Yeah, MLB is only on PS4. In case, some of you guys are unaware of that.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this is fouled straight back.
Yeah, analog pitching. Yeah, I've seen a lot of other people use the analog. And see, I might try some of that stuff out. I just haven't had to.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And make it into score.
Almost got him.
It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball
Almost
game.
got him. We try to get this guy out of the inning at least.
J.P. Crawford. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Bouncer down the line. That rolls.
Try to get this guy out of the inning. But I'm approaching my time here, guys. I plan to stop.
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field.
Wow.
And deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here.
Well, he got a curveball.
Just like that, guys. They're exploding on us.
It is tailored to go out of the ballpark. It gets that little loop.
And it should. His energy level is low.
Like he did
doesn't
right
have the same command on it.
Travels out of the park.
We're going to get him out of there.
Now batting, Cameron.
But I plan to stop streaming anyway, guys, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So that's slowly approaching here. We got about 15 minutes. So whether I'm finished the game or not,
51 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
that'll be when I cut it off. Maybe even a little sooner. All right. But this has been a great stream, man. We got about 3 hours tonight, close to. I know it's over 2 hours if I'm not mistaken. Enjoyed you guys, man. Enjoyed the conversations. And like I said, tomorrow, man, the reason why I skipped so far here in training camp, tomorrow we'll start right out in week 1. And like I said, we'll look at some transaction stuff, go through all the roster management, and look at the player cards, all of that stuff, man. So for some of you guys that are not familiar with MLB The Show like I am, I'm in the same boat. We'll take a look. And that's the plan, is to brush up on the gameplay and also dissect what they're doing in franchise mode so we can have a better understanding come MLB The Show 18 this week. And then obviously for you guys that didn't hear this earlier, I want you guys to name my Road to the Show character, and we're going to help me design what he looks like, all right? So that should be fun. God of War. Yeah. See, I've never played God of War, to be honest. But, I know that's very popular. I've never played it. Never played it. But I definitely enjoy my PS4, man. I have an original Xbox One that I rarely play. I really only play games that I can get through EA Access on it. Waited too long to sell it. So it's now pretty much I can't really kick nothing for it if I wanted to sell it. So I keep it around.
Into the
But,
windup. Here comes the
PS4
0-2
is where I
pitch.
do my gaming
There's
for the most
a
part.
fastball that just misses ball one.
Boy, it's hard to sit.
You know,
on
I
an
have
0-2
streamed,
fastball. I think that pitch just locked
what do you
him
call
up a
it?
bit. But lucky for him, it
Ooh,
was
good
And
catch.
we'll have to leave
Not
it
too
there.
long ago,
The
actually,
play
I
is made
streamed
here to end the
FIFA
inning.
18,
strike for
and I
3 in the
used
inning.
the
2 on
Xbox
this
One
two-run
to do
home
it because, like I
run.
said, I accessed
On
it
to the
through
bottom of
EA
the
Access.
fifth. It's the Phil. Josh Harrison stands in. He'll lead things off as
Man,
we
go
begin the home
please,
fifth.
GOW. Whoa,
Line towards center field.
beautiful. When it come right at you like that, you gotta swing.
A solid base hit. So
Oh, you said go play God of War?
Their half of the
All right,
fifth.
I'm gonna have to try it out, man.
Going to play with a game plan.
I'm gonna have to try it out, man. Like I said,
Took it right back
you know
up
what
the
I
middle.
want to start doing,
Great
man, for you
execution.
guys who are regular viewers, man. Not only do I appreciate you guys, round of applause, real quick for y'all.
Standing in now, Cole Dickerson. Sliced hard on the ground. And
What I
there
want
is
to start
his
doing
first
is
base hit
playing
this
more
one.
stuff, man. You know,
Well,
like
that's
what I
another
want to
single
do
that
as
never
we
hit
set up
down
the
there at
schedules
first and second. They just haven't
on my
found the
stream
big
days,
hit to drive
which
a lot of
probably,
runs in. They
well,
got great
not even
things
probably,
going
it's
pretty
definitely
soon.
going to change come football season. I won't be guaranteeing a Monday stream because I'm pretty sure I'll be watching Monday Night Football. So during the season, we may cut it back to
Into the
2
box,
days,
Starling Marte.
where it would more
So
likely
take a
be
look at the
Tuesday and
pitch.
Wednesday.
Too low, it's ball one.
Thursday is tough
He's
because I have the
1 for 2 in this
podcast.
one.
But what I definitely want to start doing, man, is playing like right now while we're waiting for that kind of stuff. I've been trying to designate Wednesdays as the game, you know, the day that I play something that's non-sports related, except for this week, obviously. But
The 1-0
you know,
delivery.
maybe I can get into some more of
This
those
one's down
things
to
like
third.
that.
One there.
You know, it just all
On to
depends on
first, and they turn
what
the
you
double
guys
play.
want to see. You know, you guys are the viewers, so
there's
if
the
y'all want to
pitcher's
see me
best
do
friend
certain
right there.
things,
The inning was
and it
off
gets the
to a really
viewership,
start,
and
right?
it's worth doing
Nothing
it,
changes
I'm
that
willing
like
to do
a
it.
good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can
know?
strand the runner at third now.
Man, that double play really hurt us bad. Hurt us bad.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit out towards second.
See?
To his
You're not
left.
gonna get anything out of
Hernandez.
it.
Throw to first in plenty of time.
That
The
killed
side
this,
is
guys.
retired.
Dope game
Pirates
has
lead
intellectual
one.
puzzles
They
on
can't
top of the
chip into
unpredictable
that
cinematic
5-0
gameplay.
deficit.
And Uncharted. Yeah. Uncharted. I actually have Uncharted 4. Y'all probably never saw it here, seen me play it, but I have it. Yeah, I
Stepping in and
definitely
ready for another
enjoyed
shot.
Uncharted. I haven't finished it though.
Rain continues to
But
fall
I
here in
enjoyed
the sixth.
Uncharted. Great game.
High and tight here to
I want to
begin
get
the
into
inning.
Last
It's
of
ball
Us.
one.
It's another game I never played. I think I'm gonna go back and play the original
Now the
because,
pitch.
you know, for a minute
Lays
I didn't
off
have a
fastball that doesn't
PlayStation.
miss by much, and it's
You know,
2-0.
this
Well, they couldn't
console
script it
generation I
any
came
better.
back
I mean,
to
you get to face
PlayStation,
the
but I was
pitcher
on the
late off
Xbox
the
One.
inning.
I mean
But when you go
Xbox.
down 2-0,
Before
maybe that
PS4
plan's not
and all
working
that,
so
I was
good.
on Xbox 360. So it's a lot of PlayStation exclusives that I never played.
Ready to deal. Here's the
So I
2-1.
want to go back
And this
and
is
play
on the
Last of Us
inside
so I can be
edge,
prepared
perhaps
for
off
the
inside
next
edge,
edition of
but it's
that.
a called strike 2-2 now.
Another game that I used to love when I had, you know, brief moment I had the
And now pitch
PS3
on the way.
was Red
Left
Dead.
side.
Ah,
And the
you
pitcher's got
doing?
himself a base hit. So the Phillies get a man on
Got
to
him.
start out the inning.
Got
And
him.
he's out.
I was about to say, got him.
Into a double, so a costly mistake
But,
here leading off the inning.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was my shot. So I
Digging
can't
in
wait
to
for
try
that.
it again.
Can't
Odubel
wait
Herrera.
for that.
It was a fly out.
I can tell y'all that right now. Whenever that comes
ready.
out,
Here's the
we're
first
definitely
offering.
going to be streaming some Red Dead.
A fastball off the plate
Absolutely.
away. It's ball one.
That was my game. I used to love that
The
game.
windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hard ground ball to third.
Good play, baby.
In time
Good
to
play.
first, and there were two away.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman, Cesar.
Nah, man, they're not going to do that. I mean, come on. We already
Once
know
again,
what they're going
Cesar
to use is
Hernandez.
frostbite. I mean,
It
everybody
was a
knows that. It's
flyout
not a
for him in
secret.
his last trip.
You know, what EA's plan is in general,
Sends that one out of
is
play for strike
their
one.
plan is to have all of their platforms running all of their games running on frostbite. Everyone using the same technology. Like we all know that.
Finds its way through for a
And
base hit.
trust me,
So a nice
they'll
job
be
there
just
by the
fine with
two-hole
their
hitter to
environment,
extend the
mud,
inning
and
for the
all
middle
that
of the
with
order.
frostbite.
Well, it looks like
It's just got to be
a
done.
ball base hit in the box scores, but man, that ball's hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself. He stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Aaron Altair is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Pitch
Get him.
outside.
Got him.
Is not
Oh,
in
come
time as
on.
he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Oh, let's look at the replay. Look like he got him.
I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with
Nah,
the
he got
5-run
there
lead.
first.
And now they've
I
got
love
a
that
chance to
little
add
how they
on to it.
slowed it down right there and made it dramatic.
Now a swing and a fly ball.
Thought we got him though.
But this will land foul just shy of the wall.
Yeah, man, the Xbox. That's the thing.
5 runs,
And it's
7
funny, man,
hits,
because I was
and no
told
errors
that,
on the ledger for the Phillies
believe
to
it or
this
not,
point. And a check swing
I
here,
reserved
holds up
the
for
Xbox
2 as
One
it's strike 3,
before the
and the inning
PS4,
is
and I was
over.
convinced by
One left for
quite a few
Philadelphia
people
as they're
to go
unable to add to
PS4.
their 5-0
Even
lead.
some people at EA. You know, I remember being down there around that time. They was like, man, you better get a PS4. So anytime a game developer was on board and telling me to get, I said, okay, I switched up. And somebody I knew actually had 2 on reserve.
Gregory Polanco.
And, you
His
know, they
past
gave me
line
one of their
against
reservations.
Arizona,
And the rest
2
was
for
history.
9.
I took it over.
Now
Well,
a swing and
there
a
you
ball
go.
chop
I became a
foul right at
PS4
home
owner.
plate.
Well, that's the thing, man. You know, over the course of time, if we look at it, it's no
Wind up
comparison,
Andy 0-1.
you know, with exclusives.
This is flared out
Not
to
even a
second.
comparison. You know what I'm saying?
Problem here, 1 away.
So just giving you guys a time check, man. We got 6 more minutes.
That
We're
was
going
a
to shut
quick
this thing
release
down.
right there from the second
Had a
baseman.
good time with you
Very
guys tonight,
easily
man.
could
And I
have
will
been
be
an
back
infield hit,
tomorrow
but he
night.
erased
We're going
any
to
hope
shoot
to that
for
with a good athletic throw.
8
Now some
p.m.
movement out in the Phillies bullpen
give me
as
until
a lefty
about-
and a
Oh,
right-hander
why?
start to
Why?
loosen. Francisco Cervelli
Give me until about
stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
30-ish. You know,
One out,
or
nobody
even
on.
later. But, you know, I'm going to try my best to start sticking to these schedules. But, you know, I have to deal with my son on,
Just
you know, in
lucky
the
to
evenings
make
while my wife
contact
is
on
doing her
that one as it's
part-time.
chopped foul.
He's
So
clearly
it just
looking
all
to
depends
hit
on,
off
you know, if
the
I can get him
fastball and adjust.
situated.
That's a pretty good swing.
And I don't mind
After
streaming,
seeing
you know,
2
with him in the
fastballs now
background. I
in a
mean, you
row.
know, you guys know how it is.
Flare out toward right center.
But if I can just get him
Hernandez ranging into
situated,
the
watching a
outfield.
movie or something,
He hauls it
entertaining
in without
himself,
any trouble,
we'll try to
and there
start
are
it
2
around 8
away.
o'clock.
Third
And
baseman.
usually
Digging in and looking
that
for
stream, the
Colin Moran.
Monday and the
2 base
Tuesday,
hits,
I
both
try to
singles
say,
to this point.
you know, from 8 to 10 is usually my time frame. Wednesdays will sometimes be later, depending on if I
Off the plate and away
go
there.
to Bible
1 ball, no
study on
strikes.
the Wednesday. Sometimes I attend Bible study, so in that case, 9 to 9:30ish.
Bases are empty.
But that's
here
how we're
with 2
gonna do
men
it.
out.
The Sundays will be like this, random time. You know, I might be able to pop up and do a stream, I might not. So we don't want to commit to Sunday.
And that one stayed too low.
We'll be back tomorrow for
Well, you
sure.
don't see that very
Unless
often
something
out of a
unforeseen
rookie.
happens, and
That's
if
a
it
2-0
does,
count, and
make sure
both
y'all
of those
follow me on
pitches
Twitter,
were
man, so
really
y'all know.
close.
I announce,
This guy has a pretty good eye.
you know,
Hit
any
hard
change
down
to the
line.
schedule
And he
or
tries for the backhand reach
change
at
the
third, but
time.
he gets
I
by
announce
the
it on
glove
Twitter,
down
so
the
make sure
line.
you follow me on Twitter.
Another single. You talk about putting
Which is
hits together and having nothing to
SimFBallCritic.
show for it.
At
He's got a bunch of hits
SimFBallCritic,
and
make
are
sure you
getting
do
to
that.
score.
Sir.
And that way y'all will know. You know what I mean? But I had a good time with y'all
Jordy
tonight,
Mercer
man.
now.
Whoa, why did I
In
swing
the
at that?
dirt here.
Still pretty bad with my hitting, guys. I've gotten better, but graphics are okay to me, but Madden just gameplay and immersion. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, Madden graphics are pretty good, man, and I would imagine that they'll improve even more. You know, they've continued to do that in some capacity each year,
The 0-1.
but you've got to get that gameplay together.
Left center.
Ah, man, can we? Oh, there we go. I'm about to say, can I get one to drop?
There, it falls in.
Breaking his heart, man.
I would
Breaking
like
his
to
heart.
see
He
rain
got 2
actually
quick outs.
touch the
He's thinking
field
he's
and
gonna
players'
cruise to
units
this
and
finish
helmets,
line.
puddles on the field, and
Boom,
water
boom,
flying
base
off
hits coming back
of the
at
players
you.
from
That's why
hard
you have
hits.
to complete
So
the
would I,
inning.
man. I would love to see that. Y'all remember All Pro Football 2K8 had it where you could see the rain bouncing off of their helmets. I mean, obviously now we know. Oh, wait a minute. You might want to bring in a pinch hitter for your pitcher. All right. Now we know that that was placebo
Sean Rodriguez.
because it wasn't like it would bounce off of their uniforms and puddling like you said. But still, it still was great to see it up close when it showed the water hitting the helmet. I always thought that was dope. And even like in this game, you know, I would like to see more puddles fly and stuff like that. So it's still a lot. Oh, nothing.
As a read on it, and the inning
There's still a
is
lot
over.
that they could do with,
strand a couple. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0.
you know, weather and stuff like that in all these games. So I think FIFA does a pretty decent job.
Back here
But anyway,
MLB
guys, you know, I
Network.
think this is a
It's
good
on to
starting
7th.
point. I mean, I would be starting and stopping in 3 minutes anyway. So let's go ahead and do a quick manage and we'll end this game out.
Through the first 6 innings so far. Number 60
Let's go ahead and get through this.
enters from the bullpen to do the.
And then tomorrow we will start. We will start the game, the stream with the first game of this
on the road, you
season.
have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into
Yes,
that
I
other
am.
team's ballpark and coming out
Big
with a win,
Randall, yes
but
I
they
am.
did
I
just that.
promise. That is a
6-0
promise.
final shutout
I was telling the guys
score
earlier,
today.
man,
So that'll just about do it
what I
for us
plan
this
to do as of
afternoon.
right
Thanks
now,
to
unless
Harold Reynolds, Dan
the demand
Plesac, and the
dictates
rest
it.
of our crew.
What I
This
plan
is
to
Matt
do is,
Vasgersian,
far
and you've
as
been watching a
franchise,
presentation of MLB Network.
stream those
See you
games.
next time.
So you'll more than likely see streamed franchise games. My uploads will probably be Road to the Show. That's probably going to be my uploads. However, if there's a demand for it, I may mix in some uploads of franchise as well, because obviously I'm going to play franchise outside of just streaming. But only if there's a demand for it. You know, because, again, man, you know, YouTube stuff is time consuming, so I want to make sure I'm providing things that you guys enjoy, number one. And number two, you know, it's got to be worth your time, man. You know, spending your time and effort to really not get any viewership, you know, it's draining. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. And wait, let's see. When is the start of the regular season? I think it's here. Or have we already? Hold on, let's go back to the menu. I should be able to simulate to the start of the season. Yep. See, I don't even know where to go to do that. I guess is, let me go look at the schedule. The schedule should have told me. There we go. When is the start of the regular season? Or did it already start? Maybe it already started and I didn't realize it. But I thought we were still in spring training. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So anyway, we'll pick up from here. It looks like we might be in the regular season already. I didn't even realize I went that far. So, all right, we'll pick up tomorrow and we'll play that game against Toronto and we'll look through some of this stuff and look through the acquisitions and things like that, et cetera, all right? So, again, appreciate you guys coming out tonight, man. Love you guys, man, for showing up and showing out. I'll be back tomorrow, all right? So, y'all be easy. Have a good night. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment, subscribe if you haven't. And, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all be easy. Have a good night. Peace.